There we go. Welcome on in front of the Ace Attorney stream. We're beginning with two more dual Destinies. And man, actually, I really should have switched to my earbuds. But, let's see. We're still on the second day of the second case of the fifth game. There we go. Having a yokai testify in court is unprecedented to say the least. I know, right? It's TENMA TARO stream title. I am TENMA TARO, the yokai you seek. How could such a straight-laced man like Mr. TENMA suddenly become a demon? Yeah, it's strange. Even worse, Project Girl Blackwell is playing along. I can't even think straight anymore. I need to go out for a run. See you in a bit. What about the investigation? Wouldn't that be a question mark? Who matters? It doesn't matter. Juicy, welcome back. Oh, you're in your stage outfit. I said strange. Back from work? Yep, I really nailed this new magic trick I've been working on. Also heard about those tricks that were conjured up in court earlier today. You know, the demon out of nowhere trick and Polyu's tightrope style defense trick. I mean, isn't that just from your father? You know, Phoenix Sweat is like the inventor of the just walking on a tightrope but in the court of law. I was seriously considering a disappearing act of my own after all that craziness. Anyway, our next work is to find a suspect other than the mayor. Or the killer must have used the air duct in their escape. Whoever did that was the TENMA TARO that Mr. Philson Jinxie saw. Right, maybe there's more evidence than that. Okay, it's been almost a week. Here, we flash on the case. Alright. This is our friend, or this is Trucy's friend. Her father is the suspect, okay, our defendant. He's been accused of killing this guy, who was the alderman, not the mayor, the alderman of Ninetales Fair. Okay. Yeah, this is the masked wrestler who we think it's this guy, but I actually don't think it's this guy. I think the Ninetales Veil. I think the Ninetales is this guy. I don't know why I remember that being that. Athena, this is our first case with us. This guy's a rat bastard, always stealing from everyone. This is the new detective that we have for this case, our new gumshoe, I guess. This guy, suspicious, very suspicious. I mean, he told Jinxie, oh, I don't want you talking about TENMA TARO to anyone, which is like, come on now, dude. The main titular character. And this is our de facto prosecutor for this game. Maybe there's some evidence in the air duct. The real fight starts right now. Hey, before you go, let me make the evidence you no longer need disappear. Thank you. Yay, we got rid of 3 things out of like 15. In the trash. Okay, let's get over to the scene of the crime. Vámonos, Apollo, vámonos. I really should just use my earbuds. It's weird not being able to hear myself. That sounds so egotistical to say. Detective Fulbright, mind if we search the air duct? Well, since you really are on the side of justice, I suppose I can let you. Plus, my own sense of justice has been called into doubt, so... I mean, yeah. What if he's been like this ever since the trial? Or his sense of justice has been beaten to a pulp. It'll probably take a while for him to recover. Oh! I forgot something in terms of remembering what happened. Okay, what is our go-to What is our go-to defense? That someone killed someone, came out, walked over to the air duct, went through the area right near it says the foyer, that area, went across into the Fox chamber from the air duct. Didn't go into the Fox chamber, but just went over there, dropped the keys, and then came back out. Which would make it a locked room case. Yeah, because if you lock it from the outside, go through the air duct and drop the keys in there, that's like a solid locked room case, which means that as long as you had the keys originally, it could be anybody and still get away with it. The problem is not this evidence or this map, it's this map size diagram. Because Jinxie said she saw TENMA TARO, who would have gone down the stairs right here. But according to Filch, he didn't see TENMA TARO. And we still have to talk about the fact that there was a third guy there. What's his name? LaBelle? Whatever? LaBelle, right? Who, I mean, from the cinematic, we know that he's the killer. But LaBelle was supposedly there. And he could be like, I saw TENMA TARO. No. Well, I didn't see TENMA TARO. I mean, and the most suspicious thing, if not even him, is the fact that we don't, like, there's also the camera on the right side, which didn't capture TENMA TARO. And he couldn't flee out the right side. That's right, because there was a cliff there. And if we can't fly out the cliff unless he flew, which, I mean, we have this piece of evidence. We have this newspaper clipping with a sighting of flying TENMA TARO, which makes it seem like he flew. But I mean, as much as this game series does go into the arcane, the mysticism and the spiritual side of stuff, like, I mean, we have, you know, we've talked to, like, we put a parrot on the stand, I say all the time. We talked to possessed ladies. We've had people possessed worked as defense attorneys right next to us as assistants. You know, we've had, what's have we had? Do everything in Apollo Justice. We have bracelets that can help you see closer into someone's, heighten your senses. This is not exactly, this game is not completely realistic. However, so far in this case, they have not proven so far that they can be realistically, I mean, they haven't proved that there could be possibly a TENMA TARO, like an actual flying demon. That would be a step too far for this game. So with that, so they need to check the air duct to see if there's traces if someone's there. Probably, yeah. I sort of feel bad for him, but we have work to do. Let's go get the evidence we need. The air duct is the key. We know TENMA TARO impersonator used it to make an escape. After murdering the Alderman, the killer left the Fox chamber through the hallway door. Then after locking the door from the outside, the killer entered the air duct in the hallway. Ah, they literally go over what I just talked about. Finally, the killer dropped the key into the Fox chamber through the air vent here. They went back to the air duct and fled the manor, making it a locked room mystery. Yep, that's how the illusion of no one entering and leaving the locked room was created. Okay, the killer passed through the air duct. Maybe we'll find some evidence there. It may be black feathers or something like that. All right, what do you see, Bobby? Well, here's our vent. It's awfully high up. Don't worry, I brought a stepladder. Happy hunting. Isn't that a ladder? Whoa, it's pitch black in here. Well, here goes nothing. You and me both, man. There's a thick layer of dust in here. I don't get it. Find anything? Apollo, what happened? You're covered in dust. Yeah, dust. Lots of dust. So what did you find? You know how dust collects on something when nobody uses it for a long time? Yeah, like Mr. Wright's desk back at the office. Ouch. Right. You think it'd be possible to crawl over that sort of dust without leaving a trail? I seriously doubt it. Wait, you're not suggesting that no one used the air duct? Okay. That blows a fucking hole in our theory. Kind of looks that way. And if that's true, Mayor TENMA is going to be fingered as the killer. Can you rephrase that? But in justice we trust. Sorry, Mr. Justice, but it seems your justice was not on the most just after all. It is my sense of justice that has prevailed. The full Wright sure seems chipper all of a sudden. Yeah, because we're down on our luck. I'm back to my old devastated self. Oh, come on, where's that never say die spirit? Bring it on, Mr. Lawyer Man, bring it on! Bring it on, old man! Let me suffer in peace. Justice prevails once more. It's not over yet, and besides, kicking someone when they're down is what bad guys do. Oh, she got you there. Are you calling me a bad guy? Me, Bobby Fulbright, champion of justice? How about some information on the investigation? We need some help here. Information? About the investigation? Alright, but I won't have you calling me a bad guy ever again, understood? Sure. We did it, Apollo. Yeah, but how long can we keep this up? Alright, well, I can't believe Prosecutor Blackwell would stoop that low. I mean, pinning the blame on a yokai? He really wants a conviction at all costs. Yes, well, I have him writing a self-reflective essay as we speak. I doubt that'll teach him anything. Yeah, probably just write dotard 1,000 times. That whole yokai business is most likely a ploy to win a conviction. Truth is, Prosecutor Blackwell believes Jinxie TENMA planted that yokai stuff. Planted it in an effort to protect her father, the real killer. Yeah, right. I'd like to see him prove it. I mean, that's what he's gonna try and do. Well, calm down. He doesn't have any direct evidence, but we did find this. It was at the base of the cliff just outside QB Manor. Wait, that isn't the staff TENMA TARO was supposedly carrying, is it? The one and only. But where was it found? Miss TENMA no doubt tossed it over the cliff when she was done. Well, what about prints? Nope, no prints, but if she was wearing a costume, there wouldn't be any anyway. Prints and no prints is not gonna work in our favor. Interesting. And that's not evidence? Okay. The prosecutor Blackwell figured out that the victim was the amazing Ninetales? He did indeed. He's a sharp one, alright. He figured it out while investigating the municipal merger and the victim's past. Oh, I went really fast there. The amazing Ninetales sparked the yokai craze and worked against the merger. And man, Damien TENMA is the corrupt politician who murdered that great hero. Amazing Ninetales fans are so angry they even tried to storm the detention center. I'm telling you, I don't think it's Rex. I think Damien TENMA is in Ninetales. Mind you, I played this game like, what, over 10 years ago at this point? Had to be over 10 years ago at this point. I do not remember specifically who it was, but I am very much leaning towards the fact that it was this guy. I remember, obviously you can tell who the murderer is, you know, we've seen that, but like some pop points of this I do not remember, but that is something that I feel like, not only do I feel like I should remember that, but also I feel like that's something this game would do. And the last moment proved that Damien TENMA was actually the amazing Ninetales, because this whole entire case is predicated on the idea that Rex QB is the amazing Ninetales. But what happens if it's not that? You know? Right, I don't blame them. I mean, their favorite masked wrestling hero was murdered. They must have been shocked when they found out what happened. Speaking of which, isn't Jinxie also a fan of the amazing Ninetales? A wrestler's mask is more precious than his own life. He never unmasked himself in front of others. But there are matches where wrestlers battle for the right to remove each other's masks. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself. She spoke with such a passion that only a fan could appreciate. We gotta become fans ourselves and go protest in front of the prison. Why? No. That's our defendant. That's our client. You be careful now. You're defending the most hated mayor in history. I just hope you don't find yourself on the wrong end of a figure-long leg lock. Figure-4 leg lock. Any other new developments that we should know? Now that you mention it. Our suspect is suffering partial memory loss, but he did manage to remember something. He did? What did he say? He said he didn't want to speak with us. His exact words were, "I have no obligation to speak with you mortals." Oh, god damn, this is gonna be hard. And other things of that nature. Too bad you can go ask him now, because Prosecutor Blackwell's busy questioning him. I know, why don't you wait down at the playground with the rest of the kids? What now, Apollo? How about regrouping back at the agency? Good idea, we might get some words of wisdom out of Mr. Wright while we're there. Okay. Oh, that's where we are, that's right. Maybe I'll go read over some past cases. And I'll go do some research on exorcisms. Hey, what's with you guys? You seem bummed out. How should I put this? It's like we're at the edge of a cliff and the only way is down. In other words, business as usual, right? Yeah. Yeah, I suppose so. Except this time, it's like we're bound and gagged too. Yeah? Okay. Don't forget blindfolded with their ears plugged up. Oh, and monsters at every turn, huh? Sounds rough. Hey, Apollo. Oh, and Athena's here too. Mr. Wright. Looking snazzy as ever, Mr. Wright. How goes the investigation, Apollo, Athena? I think it's safe to say things have gotten hairier than before. Really? What happened? Explains. Oh, wait, never mind. I was watching the two of you this morning from the gallery. That was one tough day in the court, to say the least. I know I've never had to defend a yokai before. That business about the locked room was another major hurdle. Yeah, on top of that, Jinxie was accused of being an accomplice. But at the least you figured out how someone could have escaped that locked room. Yeah, well, we just found out that our reasoning might be a tad flawed. Oh, really? Well, that's bad news. How are we going to get out of this one? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Force a smile? Yeah, my mentor taught me that, back when I was still learning the trade. She also taught me to return to the basics whenever I got stuck. Hi, Mia. Return to the basics? That's right. Always believe in your client no matter what happens. Except Mad on Guard. Fuck Mad on Guard. Okay, I'm gonna move my earphones, my headphones. I mean, they're falling over. I'm not used to using headphones over earbuds. Alright, I think I'm good now. That is a lawyer's greatest and most trusted weapon. The basics. So, Mr. Wright, how long have you known Athena? I met her during a trip to Europe. Huh? You in Europe? Yeah, I went there a few times to study the various legal systems over there. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I thought you worked as a pianist after you quit practicing law. I did, but an old friend of mine needed help with some legal work from time to time, so... Oh, I guess you were never far from the courtroom then. An old legal friend. Edward? That sounds about right. It was like fate brought us together. It's thanks to Mr. Wright that I became a lawyer at all. I knew she was a lawyer material from the moment I met her. I have high hopes for her ability to analyze people's emotions. Aw, it's nothing special. Jeez, that face. It's just, I thought that if my special ability could help defend innocent people, then I had to do everything in my power to bring it to the courtroom. That's why I really started hitting the books hard. I'm still amazed she actually became a lawyer. And at the tender age of 18, no less. I mean, once again, Francisca Fukama was like 14 or something. Wow, that's almost superhuman. Nice guess there, Apollo. Alright, I'm totally pumped up after talking to you, Mr. Wright. It's like you said, the worst of times are when lawyers have to face their biggest smiles. And don't forget to return to the basics whenever you get stuck. Mr. Wright? Yes? I'm going to visit our client again. I think that's a good idea. Maya, tell me when to talk to you about something. Of course. So, my minions have returned. Apollo, he still thinks he's a yokai. I wonder if we'll ever be able to talk to Mayor TENMA again. Silence, peddler of the illegal trade. Free me from these imprisoning walls with great haste. Wow, he's sounding more and more like a DO demon with every sentence. I'm starting to wonder if we should even be helping him win his freedom. Free me! So I can conquer Earth! Still, we can't let Mayor TENMA stay possessed, you know what I mean? If you can clear me of these charges, I should help in whatever manner I may. Now, ask of me what you will. I suppose it's worth a shot. Okay, well... Do you want to see the attorney's badge I have? Hey, that's a new one, right? Superstitions. Okay, I'll do that one. I'll do a couple more. Oh, got a response to that. Didn't expect to. A descendant of old Ninetales, perhaps. It would seem he's doing quite well these days. He has a huge hit from kids all the way up to the grandparents. It seems I've been resting on my laurels far too long. It is time I too debut in the mortal world and rekindle my struggle against that wily fox. That's the spirit. You can make your debut as soon as we get you that not guilty verdict. Then I had best return to top form. Push-ups and sit-ups should do for now. Okay. Ages has it been since I've seen that. We awful batted it out in this back in the day. What do I mean to ask? Which one of you is stronger? That would be me, of course. For I am the demon lord of the yokai. Yeah, but the nine-tailed fox imprisoned you. Don't say it. Athena, don't encourage him. It's already hard enough as it is. Oh, I just wanted to find out which one was really the strongest. On the next episode of Death Battle, the amazing Ninetales versus Crowman. Were the feathers and tracks at the scene of the crime really you're doing? Indeed, the remnants of TENMA TARO, king of the underworld, they be. The day when I once again dominate the mortal world is at hand. The prosecution claims the feathers and tracks were planted by Jinxie. What's this? Oh, for a split second, he went back to normal. I must breach these walls and go defend my little Jinxie at once. Mayor TENMA, is that you? Well now, Damien appears to still reside within this body, where I should have expected as much from a descendant of mine. Be silent now, Damien. Yep. You didn't kill Ottoman QB, did you? I have killed no one. The remnants of my presence have been misconstrued. The murderer is not I. For if I had slain that mortal, raging hellfire would have consumed him, leaving not but... Okay. That was fast. Hold on. I got this. Leaving naught but ash. So, you're saying there must have been somebody else there? Detective Fulbright mentioned you might have something new to tell me. Indeed, I have. I regurgitated this key but a short while ago. I'm sorry. Regurgitated? Behold, the key to the forbidden chamber. Whoa, is regurgitation one of your demonic powers too? I do not waste my powers on such parlor tricks. Take the key from the killer, did Damien, whereupon he swallowed it. He sought to bar the killer entry to the forbidden chamber. Interesting. But no fingerprint shall you find upon that key. How do you know that? Wait, is that another one of your demonic powers then? Foolish mortal, you would have me, TENMA TARO, act as some asinine alchemist? I but asked the jailer and my will was done. Quite eagerly, I must add. Wait, I mean, I guess they don't have forensic science at this level, but they could just test out this theory if he actually regurgitated it by testing his, what's it called? Testing his like saliva and stuff like that. Like there's probably like traces of his DNA on the key, but I guess they don't have that in this game. Always an honor to serve your malevolence. Oh boy. Can we ask how you use this key? We couldn't find a keyhole anywhere in or around the door. Curse that infernal door. If I had known its manner of opening long ago, I would have made my return. He has a point there. Maybe Jinxie knows something about how the whole thing works. The mayor took from the killer and swallowed. Interesting. How do you have that then? If you were knocked out? Unless you really were possessed, but that sounds very unlikely. What, might I ask, is that? This statue was found at the scene. Someone hit Mayor TENMA over the head with it. I've been wrapped in a large cloth before the alderman's murder. Let me see whether Damien knows about such a thing. Yes. Something wrapped in just such a cloth does he recall. A secret gift from Alderman QB, it would seem. He, however, had not a chance to see it till now, for the cloth did conceal it. Maybe the cloth fell off or was removed after the mayor was struck? Of that, Damien does not know. Maybe Jinxie knows something about it? Did I not show him the blackmail letter? What did I show him? I thought I did the blackmail letter. Oh no, I did the something else. Why this is what that cursed blackmail letter that was sent to Damien. Apparently someone slipped it into the alderman's pocket. Let me look at this again. There's no double meaning there, is there? I don't think so. We believe someone, probably the killer, stole it from Mayor TENMA's briefcase. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? You have questions, do you? Very well, ask away, mortal. Oh, cool. A new option. Who placed this in the alderman's pocket? Very few were they who knew the letter was in Damien's briefcase. So whoever knew about the blackmail letter being in the mayor's briefcase as a potential suspect in its theft and placement in the alderman's pocket. Could it have been his doing? Mr. Mayor, Mr. Taro, did you just remember something? Indeed, I did. There was but one other who knew the letter. Wow, Damien's aide, Florent LaBelle. Surprise Pikachu FaceTime. Full knowledge of the briefcase's contents did that aide possess. That he may be the blackmailer and the murderer we're looking for. Wow, what a surprise! You know, I kind of wish like the game did not show for the second case who the killer was in the animation so we can be surprised, but we know beggars can't be choosers. That's preposterous. He's the most trusted advisor. Is he? He would never betray Damien. You sure? It seems like Mayor TENMA is a bit too trusting of those around him. Let's go find Mr. LaBelle and rake him over the coals. Thanks for the help. You've just given us a major lead. There's something that still bothers me. It probably bothers me too. If Mr. LaBelle is the killer, what could have motivated him to open the forbidden chamber? We should probably search it for clues. Only one problem. How do you open a locked door that doesn't have a keyhole? Let's go talk to Jinxie. Maybe she can help. Where would she be? Let's try the Mana Garden. Nope. Okay, well... The Yokai Lane? It's something. It's giving me the time and date. Hey, isn't that... You dare imprison me? Jinxie! She's acting really strange. Oh, her little like bandage thing on her face is gone. That loathsome, no-good, nine-tailed fox. You shall know the terror that is mine in despair. You shall pay. Oh, you shall pay daily. All of you. Jinxie, are you alright? Is that you, Mr. Demon Lawyer? Morning, Jinxie. Morning? Isn't it already past noon? And what am I doing here? Last I remember, I laid down to take a nap back at the manor. I think I should be laid down. Oh no, it must have been the Makura Gaishi. Makura Gaishi? I fell awake after a restless night's sleep to find your pillow in an unusual place. Maybe. Or that you've been sleeping on the floor or in the hallway. Well, it's that yokai's fault. It's the Makura Gaishi. It's the Makura Gaishi. Gaeshi. Makura Gaeshi preys on people while they're asleep. So, sleepwalking. Sounds like you just need to be tucked in really tight or maybe snug sleeping bag. Jinxie, how come you don't have any charms on your forehead? I don't? Oh, they must have fallen off. Without them, evil things can creep into me. Huh. I better reapply them. Give her a second. There we go. Jinxie, there's something we wanted to ask you. Ah, there's something I wanted to tell you too. I remembered something else. You did? What was it? Let's talk about what you want to say first, and then we'll go to our stuff. Jinxie, can you tell us what you remembered? Well, after the trial, I remembered lots of stuff. But there was one thing I thought was really weird. Yeah. Really? What? It's about the yokai feathers in the tracks. They weren't there when I first opened the door. Wait, what? Are you sure? Uh-huh, my memory is crystal clear now. So you're saying they were left at the crime scene after you found it? This could spell major trouble, Apollo. Why? because Jinxie is already accused of leaving the feathers and tracks at the scene. If they weren't there when she discovered the crime scene, it would totally fuel the claim that she fabricated the evidence later on. Jinxie's fuzzy memory of the whole incident is really working against us. The prosecution will probably say she doesn't remember planting the evidence. Good luck rebuting that. Oh man, this is not good. Not good, man. And what are we gonna do with this then? How about... I mean... if the air duct is not the thing, which is... if it's a red herring, which I don't think it's completely a red herring, but I think it's... maybe it is a red herring. Then it's the forbidden chamber. Maybe LaBelle killed the mayor. Sorry. Killed the alderman. Killed QB. Opened the forbidden chamber. Walked inside. Closed the doors. And then she came in from the bottom, saw the crime scene, freaked out, took the keys with her, right? Which means the air duct theory can just go out the window. It's fine. We don't need to worry about the air duct anymore. It's a false lead, right? It's not relevant. So she would have taken the keys. She would have left the keys there. She would have seen the keys, taken the keys with her, went outside. She didn't lock the door. The more important thing is that she didn't lock the door when she left, right? So then all he would have had to do is when she's, calling 911, leave, plant the feathers, plant the tracks, walk out the fox chamber, go into the hallway. She comes around the corner. He comes around being like, haha, gotcha, bitch. Runs down the foyer stairs and everything is good. Sneaks over into the caretaker's office, gets rid of the evidence somewhere. Maybe he tosses the costume and stuff outside the window wall and then sneaks in to talk to Filch. Filch, not knowing it because he's so engrossed on the TV, doesn't notice TENMA TARO come by. So TENMA TARO hears TENMA TARO fly by. He hears the jingling of the keys because he wouldn't have any knowledge about that. That makes sense, right? So he wouldn't have any knowledge about that. And unless he actually did at least hear TENMA TARO. So he hears LaBelle go downstairs in the costume, but just doesn't see the bird. Keeps it on the TV. LaBelle comes in, gets rid of the evidence, and then stays with Filch. Which either means one thing. One, that LaBelle was risking for the biscuit because why would you do this and be risk being discovered by Filch? Or two, that Filch is in on it. Which I feel like it's more the first than the second. Jinxie, you wouldn't happen to know how to open the forbidden chamber, would you? The door doesn't even have a keyhole. It's supposed to have a secret mechanism. They say you have to figure it out before the keyhole will appear. A secret mechanism? Really? Uh-huh, it's hidden in the fox chamber. But only Alderman QB knew what it was and how it worked. The Alderman of the Nine-Tails Vero sure loved his secrets. Wow, let's go see if we can find that secret mechanism. Whoa, slow down. There's something else I need to ask about. Jinxie, is there only one key to the forbidden chamber? Uh-huh. Even the Manor's master key won't open it. That's because it's a very special room that must never be opened. Guess that means nobody entered the forbidden chamber after the murder. After all, we know Mayor TENMA took the key from the killer and swallowed it, so the mayor's efforts to keep the killer out of the forbidden chamber were not in vain. I don't know. I feel like we're missing something here. That's interesting. Oh, okay, I get that. Okay. Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, maybe we need to present something else to her. Ah, that's a basic Tails. He lives in the mountains right outside the village, but he often comes to visit. Really? He doesn't sound very secret or reclusive to me. No, he's not. In fact, he visits the bathhouse all the time. No way, the amazing Ninetales goes to public bathhouses? Uh-huh, but like a true wrestling legend, he never takes his mask off. He takes baths in his mask? Uh-huh, and he also has a towel that says wrestlers wanted. If I saw a naked mask guy with a message saying that on his towel, I'd run the other way. Tsukumogami? It's the key! It's the fucking key! How do you not recognize? Well, maybe she's never seen the key. Okay. Blackmail letter? Okay. I feel like we're not getting anything out of that. I saw him, TENMA TARO. It nearly scared me to death. Do you see a lot of monsters, Jinxie? Uh-huh. In fact, I encountered this, Sune Kosuri, this morning. Sune Kosuri? You know, I don't know that one. Tell me about it. It's a mean little beast that trips you by bumping into your shins. Oh, that sounds like the fucking worst. I keep tripping all the time because of that pesky little thing. When it gets really bad, I stick Sune Kosuri as rewarding charms on my shins. How about investing in some shin guards and watching your step instead? Good point. Oh wait, that's right. We can't show her that because she doesn't want to know that the... Where have I not been? I'm confused. No, I feel like I gotta have enough of the youth for now. Let me talk to Athena and see what we can do. So the crime scene was a lot tight at the time. This is a tough one. Only people that unlock room were the deceased, the alderman, and the mayor. Maybe the killer hid somewhere in that room. But is there really anywhere to hide in the Fox Chamber? That was quite a day in court. The news just can't stop talking about how the demon TENMA TARO made an appearance. There's never an exorcist around when you need one. Well, I heard the judge actually held an exorcism in his courtroom after that. Good, let's hope it's the last we'll see of that pain in the neck yokai. I don't know, I have a feeling TENMA TARO could exorcise an exorcist. As an attorney defending a demon, I know exactly how that feels. I must admit, I am stuck. So the grisly crime scene, I will rest till that murderous fiend is behind bars. The acidic Mayor TENMA is responsible. That's right, Damien TENMA is an evil fiend who must be banished from this world. Now take my hand and together we will defeat this evil. I think you're forgetting that Mayor TENMA is still my client. Okay. I think I pointed that out last time. So it was a spear that killed the alderman? That's right, he'd been in a drug-induced sleep, but woke at the moment he was impaled. That's when he struck back at his attacker. That's almost superhuman. Justice cannot allow evil to exist unopposed, even if it means sacrificing one's life. But you too can strike back even if you were impaled. I mean, you're full of justice. Really? Or are you just saying that because of my name, Athena? Okay, so what can I examine? Can't examine anything here. I can't examine anything here. I can't examine anything here. So it's all talking. It has to be all talking. Okay, and if it's all talking and no examining, then I need to talk to the right people. Okay. So if I need to talk to the right people, Oh, I am stuck. Hold on. Who do I can talk to? I can talk to Fourbutt, I can talk to Athena, and I can talk to Jinxie, and I can talk to, hold on, let's go back to Jinxie. So those are the village souvenir shop. They really went all out, making it look like a real scroll and all. By rolling it up like that, you can't see TENMA TARO's picture. And so you don't lose your soul if you accidentally gaze upon him. Even if it's a souvenir, no one in this village wants to accidentally see what's inside. I've heard of losing or selling your soul for many things, but for the price of a souvenir. I wonder how many innocent shopgirls have fallen victim. Wouldn't it be better not to sell them at all? Yeah, that was a good point. Okay, we'll brute force this shit. Alderman Cuban made that statue. It's a token of goodwill. I think it was meant to be for Ninetails Vale in Tenma Town. A token of goodwill, but the two yokai are fighting. Fighting? Oh, I see what you mean. The cup portion is missing. Cup? The statue originally depicted the two yokai holding up a cup in celebration. But so it doesn't look that way now, does it? Maybe it broke when it was used to hit Mayor Tenma on the head. That'll explain it. I guess the only two people who knew what it really looked like were the alderman and I. Now it's just me, but it's a symbol of goodwill that will ever be etched in my mind. Okay, cool. So is there anything else we should know about Jinxie? No. That's about it. Okay, now we got a lead. My bracelet, it's reacting. Jinxie, you wouldn't happen to be... In justice we trust. God fucking damn it. Dr. Forbright, what are you doing here? I have business with this young lady, if you must know. Prosecutor Blackwell has asked me to question her. Question me? Sorry, not interested. Are you here to ask about that whole yokai affair? That's right, specifically want to ask. But I can't tell you that now, can I? God damn it. Come on, please, we're partners in justice, right? No. Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me my questions were of the utmost justice. I will not fall for your lies. In justice we trust. The Twisted Samurai sure has him on a short leash. So you're not a ghost? Maybe some sort of urban troll then? Now come along, Miss Tenma. To the station with you. Took her away. Gosh darn it. Well, at least we found out there's a secret mechanism for opening the chamber. Let's go check it out. I just hope they let us in now. So was I really supposed to brute force that evidence? Because they didn't make it evident. No pun intended that I was supposed to present that. But I guess we did talk about him getting hit on the head. That piece of evidence. And oh my god, you changed your hair, and oh my god, it's worse. Oh. Go back to being blonde, man. What an absolutely fabulous scent. I'm so glad I had the carnations imported from England. Nothing but the finest will do. I had an accent from last time, whatever. I'll put on a voice, I think, but I'm not doing that again. Perhaps I should place one aside for a dearly departed alderman. Hey, it's Mr. LaBelle. Paul, let's ask him about you-know-what. Why, if it isn't the mayor's little lawyers? What do you want with me? Oh, there's something we wanted to ask. Are those phones? Are those phones attached to his shoulders? You have to excuse me. Hello, LaBelle here. What the? Yes, about that. You must forgive me. This whole matter with Mayor TENMA has been a complete nightmare. Where do you buy clothes like that? You get those things custom made. You don't buy those clothes. Surprise? Yes. This is my own special design. It's the ultimate in functional beauty. Functional beauty? Are you sure about that? Looks a bit unwieldy to me. Hey! You simply don't have an eye for beauty. I mean, personally, yes, but still. So, what do you want with me? This. What is that? It's the blackmail letter, but it wasn't sent to Alderman QB. It was sent to Mayor TENMA. And you just admitted that? Your point being, someone took the letter from the mayor's briefcase and then placed it in the alderman's pocket after he was murdered. Oh, you don't say. You wouldn't happen to be the one who made the switch, would you? After all, you're the only one who knew the blackmail letter was in his briefcase. So naturally you... Ow. Perhaps that shot of cologne will make those scales fall from your eyes. Or my eyes fall from their sockets. Yeah, ouch. Is it possible that you would like to frame me as a potential suspect? What would make you raise such an outrageous allegation in the first place? Oh, well... My only crime is being born as beautiful as you see here. In other words, you have nothing. Now, let me show you what to do with this garbage. You can't destroy evidence like that. What do you mean I can't? I just did. What? Get him for obstruction of justice. Tampering with a crime scene. Feel a little lighter now? No, I... Alright, well, I can't present anything else, can I? The Amazing Ninetales? What's so amazing about him? Oh, you better shut your mouth. My glossies are selling way better than his. You sell glossies of yourself? That's right, I have one for all 7 of my hair colors. If you want one, you just simply ask. I'll even let you choose the color yourself. No, thank you. The only picture I want to see you is your mugshot. I'll write that down. That was a good one. Okay. Okay, well, that was a waste of time. Okay, that's also a waste of time. And that's also a waste of time. And one last thing I want to present before I start talking to him. Okay. Okay, cool. Both Jinxie and Mr. Foot said they saw TENMA TARO, but what about you, Mr. LaBelle? If you were in the foyer, why didn't you see... Very well, I admit it. That's right, I, Florent LaBelle, saw the demon TENMA TARO. Okay. That's not what I was expecting to get from this. Then why did you lie about not seeing him? I was simply trying to protect dear little Jinxie. like Jinxie, what do you mean? Why, don't tell me you haven't heard of that strange little habit of hers. Which one are we talking about? The one where she wanders around making mischief without knowing what she's doing. Rumor has it she's possessed by TENMA TARO. That one's new to me. Well, there you have it. Anytime you hear about a TENMA TARO sighting, little Jinxie should be your prime suspect. Yeah, of course, because he can definitely fucking fly. Tell us more about that rumor. Okay. So what was that rumor about Jinxie? They say she's possessed. Not all the time, of course. It hit suddenly, then she starts wandering around doing strange things. So, sleepwalking? Is that so? Come to think of it, you literally just saw her do it. Oh shit, my food's here. Oh, bro, like, oh! Okay, we're good. That was okay. We're good. Okay. How am I gonna eat this food and talk at the same time? It's the age-old streamer question, one that I have no good answer to. Once she even put on a TENMA TARO costume and wandered around the woods at night. Okay, where did she have a? Okay, interesting. She did. I wish I'd never asked. Does she remember anything while she's possessed? Unfortunately, no. She doesn't seem to remember a thing during those episodes. Memory loss during possession. Just like, Damien. It's like a father, supposedly. Come to think of it, her memory of the murder scene was quite fuzzy. I suppose that, too, was caused by her possession. Are you believing this? Are you guys really believing this? This guy telling you this stuff? Then maybe. So you do understand. That whole yokai business was entirely of her own making. Now wait a minute. Yeah, it's not really helping her case right there. Apollo, let's ask Mayor Tim about Jinxie's episodes the next time we talk with him. Are we done with your silly questions now? I'm a very busy man, you know. Yep. You're to get my new product at your store? Alright, guy. Oh, but I'm afraid it's my own private brand. It's not available to the public. What? Then I shouldn't advertise it on TV? Well, I don't understand. Interesting. That's important. They made a sound effect for that. As the embodiment of beauty, it is my duty to announce my good looks to the world. Wow. Most humble person here, folks. Most humble person here. Shining beacon of humility. Everyone wants my exclusive I can't pronounce French. Dessuie the Bell brand products. It's a crown jewel of my collection, born of my long, relentless pursuit of beauty. Now it's become so popular that it's been an absolute nightmare. You don't say. Well, they can't have it. It's just for me. It's not meant for you peasants. Okay. All right now, you classist. Peasants. This is my latest product. I'm calling it Couleur Milibert. A dazzling hair color that you can wash out with just water. I have 7 colors in all. You can find out more in my commercials and magazine ads. Wait, hold on. What? Go back to history? A dazzling hair color you can wash out with just water. Yeah, you can't sweat. Also, that means you can't take a fucking shower. That's a one-time use unless you want to be stinky for the rest of your life. Well, I guess you can just not get your hair wet, but still, what are the chances of that happening every time you take a shower? That's the dumbest product of all time. What the fuck? Come to think of it, Mr. LaBelle, your hair color's changed since the last time we met. Little lady has quite the discerning eye. I mean, it's not that hard to tell. Here's a little sample. Consider it a gift for one who truly appreciates beauty. Oh, Apollo, what should I do? Better take it before you get a face full of cologne. Good point. Wow, thanks, Miss LaBelle. Oh god, it's evidence. Okay, let's head over to the Fox Chamber. You still gotta find the secret mechanism for opening the forbidden chamber. Okay, now I can do this. And I have a chance to be able to investigate stuff because Mr. Fulbright's not around because he's questioning Jinxie. Okay, let's find that secret mechanism for opening the forbidden chamber. Oh, this is exciting. I can't wait to see how it works. Do you really think the killer entered the forbidden chamber? We'll just have to open it up to find out. We should also see if there was anywhere in the killer could have hidden the room. Let's get started. Apurate, Apollo. Apurate. Is that? What is that? What language is that? Portuguese? Okay. Still no keyhole, huh? Yeah, and the door won't budge, just like those spiky bangs of yours. Well, all it takes is some water, but I don't think that would work on the door. Oh, I know. I'll break it down with a body slam. Don't do that. I seriously doubt you can do that. How do you know if I haven't tried? No, wait, don't. Oh, boy. Okay. Don't know. Don't think we'll find anything else on this chair. Oh, shit, damn. Oh, God. Oh, hey, Shen. Or I should say, hi, Crazy Shadow. Oh, hold on. Let me, come on in, Raiders. What are you playing? Some Apex? I haven't played Apex in like a year and a half, I think. A while. It's been a while. I haven't played since. Oh God, when was the last hero that came out during that time? Oh, I want to say what's his name? Fuse's like friend, buddy, or now rival. It was after that, I think. But yeah, welcome on in. Welcome on Raiders. My name is Windings. I'm a robot detective VTuber. You doing the Apexing? The Apex. Oh, Mad Maggie. Yes, Mad Maggie. I think whoever came after Mad Maggie may have been the last one that I played a game with. And then after that, I just got preoccupied with going back to Overwatch and then other things. I think FF. I was playing a lot of FF at that time. And then it stopped. And then it was taking up a lot of space. It's like 10 seasons ago. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. So I did that. who's I'll check to see who's available at some point. Let's see how the new Apex champions are, or legends are, because they call them. I think contestants is a good way of putting it. But yeah, I do mystery puzzle streams, action games, sometimes visual novels, a bunch of games. I'm gonna go heat up dinner and then go gym. Oh yes, please do so. Make sure you get some good food. Make sure you get a balanced meal. Get the good stuff so you'll be able to fuel yourself for your gym and that stuff. Legends. Okay. So I was right at one point. There's carving a 9-tailed fox over the door with statues of him on either side. The way the two statues are glaring, it's like they're guarding the door from us. Oh, and also thank you for the raid if I didn't say that before. Come to think of it, there are 2 foxes on the folding screen as well. It can't be a coincidence, can it? The statue moves. Don't get carried away now. I mean, who knows? It might trigger a trap. I can handle it. If a spear comes shooting my way, I'll snatch it out of the air. After all, I have the reflexes of a regular Karate Kid. That reminds me, I have Indiana Jones installed, and I still have yet to play it. The new Indiana Jones. Because I have Game Pass, so I have it. I decided to install it because I'm like, oh, I'll get around to it. And then I waited till I rewatched the first movie a month ago, I think. And I was gonna go play it, but I just got preoccupied. That, and I also got Metaphor for like really cheap because I had a Steam, Steam gift card. And I also haven't played, but I need to get around to. That'd be a terrible hiding place. The Haldeman's body would have been right above. Maybe you're right. Guess the underside is a bit... Wait, there's something under the table. Is it gum? It better not be gum. Oh, shit. That goes with, there's something down here. It looks like a piece of something. Only question is a piece of what? Oh, I know. This. It might be a piece of the statue. Wow. Remember what Jinxie said? The statue originally depicted 2 yokai holding up a cup. It's a symbol of goodwill. Well, if you hear something in the background, that is me finally opening up my food that I ordered up and got like, and I've been sitting, waiting to eat for a while. The hard thing about streaming sometimes, sidebar, is like when you want to eat while also streaming because you stream during a time when you would normally be eating if you weren't streaming. So you gotta like manage during the either eating early, which I didn't do today and I should have, eating after stream, which I didn't want to do because I would be super hungry and that would just make me antsy on stream, or eating during stream, which I'm doing now. But the drawback of that means that you have to like, it can be hard, especially if you're during game that, you know, you're reading a lot like this. So we'll see how this goes. So this piece broke off and rolled under the table. Okay, so now we have everything together. All right. Do we have everything now? Oh, wait, hold on. We have the folding screen. 2 foxes standing back to back are depicted on the folding screen. Oh, we have to move the statues to be like that. This has something to do with the keyhole. Wait a minute. 2 foxes. There are 2 fox statues in front of the forbidden chamber as well. Maybe the keyhole will appear if we do something to this folding screen. I don't see anything unusual about it. Well, it does have 2 foxes on it, and there are 2 foxes in front of the door. Maybe there's a clue somewhere in this room. Let's turn the whole place upside down. Okay. Can't think of anywhere else to look. You'll find anything, Apollo? We'll never find the keyhole to the forbidden chamber at this rate. There's something about that folding screen. You know how those fox statues in front of the forbidden chamber move? That screen might be a clue as to how they're supposed to be positioned, or how to position them or something. Hey, I bet you're right. Let's go over that screen with a fine-tooth comb. Okay, so examine. Watch this on your quest. On your quest, wow. Welcome on in, Wesley. How you I guess, are you doing the thing with, oh, I'm gonna take a bite first. Oh my god, I need that food. Are you doing it like through like a flat? Like having it projected with pass through? There's more to this screen than meets the eye. I've done a couple times where I've been in like VR chat or something like that, and then I've had, because you have it through Steam VR, you can have open a desktop thing on the side when you go to the Steam VR desktop, and you could have like, it just shows you both your screens on desktop but then VR, and I've used that to like have someone stream on in the background, or be in call with someone on Discord while also being in VR chat. I can rotate this full screen with okay. If I spot anything of interest, I can press A to inspect it further. No, they have a Twitch app now? Really? Interesting. I'm gonna look into that. I wonder what this is. I wonder if it's like big screen. That was like on the like that big screen beyond the headset, but big screen when it used to just be like the VR app that you can watch stuff in. Is it like you have like a little seating room, or is it like a more immersive experience? I wonder. Nah. Okay. Doesn't look like the picture here has been cut off from both ends. Now that you mention it, looks like there's supposed to be doors on both ends, but they cut it in half. Maybe these doors symbolize the Forbidden Chamber's doors. Yeah, it definitely feels like something significant, but the question is what? Oh, there's the keyhole. What's this? Looks like there's a keyhole or something here. You think it could be the keyhole to the Forbidden Chamber? No, this is a picture. So you know what they say. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Haha, you're true. That's true. It's a picture of a key. It's shaped like an awfully familiar. So maybe you're supposed to bring the keys to the keyhole, like in the center? Oh, I know. It's shaped like the Forbidden Chamber's key. Wait. What about that keyhole drawn on the center of the screen? You think the two are related? A key and a keyhole. What do? You combine them. If you hold the screen up just right, the key and the keyhole should overlap. Hey, I think you're right. Let's give it a try. And... look, a door. Yeah, and it's open too. The two foxes are now facing each other, so what if we made those fox statues face each other? Apollo! Let's go check out the two statues. Okay, help me move the two statues so they face each other. Just look on the screen. Right there. Oh, those are hands. Oh, those are fingers. Oh! Okay. Another bite has been succeeded. It worked. Time to see why this chamber is so forbidden. What secrets could it hold, I wonder? Is it gonna be a cutscene, or is it just gonna be this me opening the door? These doors need some serious oil. That was like nails on a chalkboard. Oh, I hate that sound. All right, forgot about those super good ears of yours. Okay, well, I was wondering why the fuck did we have this as evidence? And I think I know why now. More feathers. What the heck is that? Is that a TENMA TARO statue? But there's something odd about it. All I know is I don't like it, but I can't explain why. You okay, Athena? You look kind of pale. You're not scared, are you? What, of this thing? Don't make me laugh. Really? Hey, look! What is it? Over there on the left, there's a bunch of staves on that rack. Kind of look like the staff we found earlier. Stabs? Oh, stabs. You mean the one Jinxie said when she saw TENMA TARO? I can't believe I pronounced that incorrectly. Yeah, I bet no, TENMA TARO impersonator really did come in here at some point. But what are we waiting for? Let's search the place. Okay, so first off, oh god, the ambient music. Fuck that. Ew, there's a bunch of stabs here. And it looks like one's missing. The TENMA TARO Jinxie saw must have taken it. I'd have to agree, these look like the one that the Fullbat showed us. Why do you think there's so many here? Maybe they're spares? TENMA TARO might be, you know, absent-minded or something. I think he has spare staffs handy. Well, shows that he's aware of his faults and is trying to deal with them. Or at least that's my take on it. Wow, so humane. Okay, got these little, like, lantern things. A stone lantern. Like those Japanese garden lamps. Where's the switch? Yes, I forgot, because this is not set in Japan. Lamps like these are lit by a fire, not electricity. So there's no switch. Oh, here it is. What? It was hidden out of sight. I see TENMA TARO's cell has been outfitted with the amenities a yokai would want. Or could want. We'll look at that. Past. Oh look, there's an air vent here too. Guess even forbidden chambers need proper ventilation. I can jump off for a while, stay well, man. Oh, stay well too. I'll see you. Well, I guess this Sunday, right? And there's nothing to stand on around here. Thank you for coming by, Wesley. I wonder where this vent leads. Well, the Fox Chambers vent didn't branch this way, so it doesn't have nothing to do with this case after all. I doubt it. Looks like the old scroll, and there's something drawn on it. If I'm mistaken, it looks like an old guy. Good observation there. Some sort of monk, maybe? A monk? What are you talking about? You know, people that take walks in the mountains as a form of spiritual training. Wouldn't that just be a hiker? What? No! The guy in the picture doesn't look like he's doing this for fun, Athena. Oh look, there's a yellow thing strapped to his back. Okay. But where's the gold thing? Is this how TENMA TARO was born? Is that the thing that was stolen, maybe? Whatever it is, it's definitely creepy. Looks like a gravestone or something. It reads, here lies TENMA TARO, age 80. Cause of death, choked on a chicken bone. Say it ain't so. Besides, that sounds more like an autopsy report than an epitaph, if you ask me. Wait, you're joking around because you're scared. It's your coping mechanism. I'm not scared. Freak out central, right here, baby. Cut it out, midget. Call you in Egypt because you're definitely in denial. Wait, I said that wrong. What's this? Whatever it is, the packaging is really gaudy. The fact that there's no dust on it means it hasn't been here very long. It's hand cream. Let's see what brand it is. LaBelle? But then, wouldn't that mean Mr. LaBelle was here? I guess so, but why? Well, whoever was dressed up like TENMA TARO must have taken his staff from here in the Forbidden Chamber. And that same person probably dropped this hand cream at that time. In other words, the TENMA TARO impersonator we're looking for is none other than... Oh my god! Who could have seen it coming? Wow! Wow! It's like you didn't show us him killing the victim in the first place. Wow! This might be a big break for us in court tomorrow. All we have to do is get the truth out of Mayor Tenma. I swear, if the next case has a situation where they show who the killer is automatically, I'm gonna be fucking livid. Let me find it out by myself. It'll be fair. I could just also remember because I have played this game before. So, let's see, we got some feathers. Black feathers. They look exactly like the ones in the fox chamber. That means the killer must have been here at some point. The question is, why? Maybe the TENMA TARO costume was hidden in here. I mean, if someone carried it through the manor, it would have stuck out like a sore thumb. But when did the killer get in here? The mayor snatched the forbidden chamber key when the killer hit him on the head. That means the killer could have only gotten in here before the murder. This is one tough riddle, alright. Okay, well, and now for the, we call it the elephant in the room, but more like the TENMA TARO in the room? I don't know. Crow in the room? It's supposed to be like a bird, right? Raven? Well, that's one big statue. Must be something like 15 feet tall. And look, this TENMA TARO has a staff. The TENMA TARO and the scroll didn't have one. I wonder why. I feel like this could be significant. But why? Let's take a closer look. First, go around this table here. Apollo, are you sure that's a good idea? Hey, looks like there's some sort of compartment in the base of the statue. Don't open it. Who knows what might be in there? This is a big empty compartment. From all the dust and cobwebs, I'd say it hasn't been opened in a really long time. That's enough, Apollo. Let's shut it and... Wait, there is something in here. Looks like some sort of figure. But it's so dusty, I can't tell what it's supposed to be. Wonder what it's doing here. Interesting. Guess that about wraps it up. What now? We should probably talk to some of the witnesses again. You mean like Mr. Filch and Jinxie? Yeah, I really want to ask Mr. Filch about the village superstitions in TENMA TARO. Okay, so let's move to the foyer. You outsiders are ignoring them superstitions at our peril. Mind your own business, will ya? I mean, you already broke the most superstitious rule that they have, so good luck with that. What's all this about a curse? TENMA TARO's gonna curse us unless y'all stop sticking your nose where it don't belong. Stop the investigation, listen to what them superstitions say. Right, how about obeying the law before you go obeying the superstitions? Huh? Hey, what are you doing with Widget around your neck? He's mine. I didn't even notice that. You better know, you know better than to go around stealing people's stuff like that. Same goes for my bracelet. Oh, that one's there too. Damn. Sorry, I won't promise to do, I promise I won't do it again. Doubt. He almost kidnapped my sweet little Widget. The big jerk. I'm sorry. Guess you can't teach an old raccoon dog new tricks. Once we have him, guess we'll ask him about what happened. Okay, well. Okay. I can't believe you did that. It's one thing to steal a pair of shoes, but to steal a Widget. Mercy, mercy! I can't seem to control myself. It's that thieving blood running in my veins. Thieving blood? What's that supposed to mean? Glad you asked. The infamous bandit Azuki Kozo was my grandpappy. Take a gander at this. Oh, okay. That's literally what okay, whatever. What exactly am I looking at? Looks like another one of your yokai to me. None other than the Azuki Kozo. Robbed from the rich to give to the poor, he did. And he leave one of those figures at the scene of the crime. What's more, I'm his grandson because he was my grandpappy. Wow, you don't say. Thieves' honor is the honest truth. The sloshing sound of Azuki beans scrapping together in the dead of night. It's the magical sound of dirty money getting washed clean from giving it out to the poor. I'm Azuki Kozo, washer of money, giver outer of wealth, reborn. Forget the money. You should be washing yourself of this nasty habit. Wow. It does look like the dusty old figure we found in the Forbidden Chamber. What are you doing with that there figure? Oh, this? We found it in the Forbidden Chamber. Oh, look. Oh, good. I don't have to present it. Looks like we'd have been there practically forever. Could be my grandpappy broke into the Forbidden Chamber way back. Hey, that reminds me. He once told me there's treasure in that chamber. Treasure? Well, that's convenient. What do you know about the treasure in the Forbidden Chamber? Only that's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there. There's something amazing in there? Thank you. Can you tell me what it is? Your grandfather didn't by chance already steal it, did he? Seeing how there was one of his figures in there, that just might be. That's grandpappy for you. But he will wash that treasure up real good before handing it out to the poor. Of course, because he was so righteous. In court, you mentioned seeing TENMA TARO near the scene of the crime. So I didn't come clean right away, but them superstitions got the better of me. The people of Ninetales Vale sure seem like a superstitious bunch. And I'm not surprised you wouldn't want to talk about seeing TENMA TARO. Darn right, them superstitions scare me out of my wits, I tell you. That's why I'm going to do exactly what they say from now on. Do you plan on staying here in Ninetales Vale? Yep, I'm going to keep living right here and keep with the old ways, just like Grandpappy did. You gotta get with the times, old man. Them superstitions are like a rule book to me. Oh, old man, how old is this guy? Old man. Wait, so you're saying you actually believe in those old wives' tale? Ain't you been listening to a word I said? You're going to do exactly what them superstitions say? Well, I say that's baloney. Take that! It's clearly written right here. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village. So according to this, you shouldn't even be here, let alone talking with us. You said you planned on staying right here in the Ninetales Vale. But if you really believed in the superstitions, you would have been long gone by now. I know you've been lying to me. Time to come clean, Mr. Filch. I guess I don't have to present that superstitions book anyway. You were lying about believing in the superstitions, weren't you? Sorry, but I didn't have no choice. A double negative, great. So, what was the real reason you couldn't talk about seeing TENMA TARO? It's all that pretty boy's fault, Mr. LaBelle, if you know what I mean. He told me not to say a word about seeing TENMA TARO, that if I did, he'd do to me what them superstitions said would happen. So it was Mr. LaBelle who muzzled you? Why would Mr. LaBelle want to scare you into silence? That makes sense, because in the first day, when we investigated, we found him. Mr. LaBelle kept on being like, gotta keep quiet, dude. Gotta keep quiet, Filch. And we're like, oh, why is he doing that? Haha, it's almost as if he's the killer, wow. Oh, why would Mr. LaBelle want to scare you into silence? Mr. LaBelle was trying to protect that little maid girl. It was on account of that rumor, the one about her being possessed. Doubt. I guess we really have to talk to Mayor TENMA about the possession rumor. I'll be taking this back now. Kinda like family to me. Could have just asked instead of sealing it. Is that all we wanted to ask Mr. Filch? Yeah, I think that was it. Let's go see Mr. TENMA TARO one more time. Lord TENMA, your attorneys are here to see you, your malevolence. Why are you speaking like that? Oh, it's Damien Tenma. Oh, Mayor Tenma, you've returned. Yes, well, Jinxie came by earlier to apply a new charm to my head. Just to suppressing the demon within me. That's a relief. Maybe we'll actually get somewhere this time. So what can I do for you today? We had to ask about the rumor that Jinxie is possessed. Yeah, she allegedly left the yokai evidence at the scene while under a demon's power. At least that's what the prosecution is going to claim at tomorrow's trial. No match is this warding charm for me. Here we go again. TENMA TARO's back. Those foolish mortals, they'll regret blaming that child for my doings. Blew it. That question brought that yokai back. Okay, well, okay, so that's the thing, so... Nothing else is important that we can talk about. I had to ask you about something your aide, Florent LaBelle, mentioned. Do you know Jinxie is rumored to be possessed? I know not of what you speak. You're not trying to protect Jinxie, are you? I, TENMA TARO, Demon Lord of the Yokai, protect a mere mortal? No affections do I possess for your race of humans. Please, we already proved there was a third party disguised as a yokai at the scene. We've denied that tomorrow will never be able to clear Mayor Tenma's name. But I have already told you I know not of what you speak. I don't think we'll get anything more out of him. It's all over unless we can show proof that Jinxie didn't plant the yokai evidence. Hey Apollo, I think I've got this one. I think I can prove that she didn't do it. Really? Sure. I should be able to use my psychology to explain the whole possession thing. Knock yourself out then. She can use her psychology thing in an interview. Mayor Tenma, Jinxie isn't possessed. I believe her so-called possession episodes are a form of somnambulism. Somnambulism? You mean sleepwalking? Yes. Yes, I believe she's exhibiting a rare form of that disorder. It's usually brought on by repressed stress. Mr. Mayor, didn't her symptoms start soon after she began her job at Ninetales Vale? When the child visited last, she did speak of dreading yokai and how they rob her of sleep each night. I knew it! That lack of sleep is causing her to enter an unconscious state. And that means she can't be trying to protect you, at least not on a conscious level. Then the TENMA TARO that was spotted at the manor wasn't Jinxie. Wow! That would indeed explain the matter. Look, TENMA TARO's spirit, it's gone! It's left the mayor's body. Wow! Can you tell us the truth now, Mayor Tenma? Very well. It's the least I can do for a superb exorcist such as you. Turn that around. Mayor Tenma, you didn't leave those feathers and tracks at the scene, did you? I did not. Neither I nor Jinxie have anything to do with that. That was the killer's doing, no doubt. I knew it. You suspect Florent is behind all this? Just a small little hunch. But why? Did he really want Ninetales Vale that badly? Can you think of any reason why? Looking back, he did seem fixated on TENMA TARO for a spell. Ah, could it be? Perhaps he was attempted to release TENMA TARO? I don't think it's that. That's crazy. Are you saying that yokai is real? Whatever the case, TENMA TARO brings nothing but pain and misfortune. It's as the superstitions warn. You must not gaze upon him or free him for his prison. But at least we know who's behind this whole TENMA TARO thing now. Yeah, and I think we need to have another nice long talk with Mr. LaBelle. Your dinner is ready, Your Malevolence. Ah, an offering to the Demon King. You may place it right there. The kitchen crew poured their heart and soul into making it. Didn't they now? Souls happen to be a favorite of mine. Just hold the hearts next time. Yes, your benevolence. I remember that. It'd be funny if they actually like killed a guy just because they thought he was real. Like him being a yokai was an actual thing. Well, we've already talked to Mr. Filch and Mayor Tenma, so why don't we go see Mr. Florent LaBelle next? Now that we know the truth. Won't be able to claim the Tenma Taro was Jinxie or the mayor anymore. But the real question is, how are we going to get him to admit it was him? There we go. "30th time, goddamn. 100 times more." All right, I took a bite, but now I'm about to this. I ain't cut out for this. Me whenever time I stream. Begging your pardon, Mr. LaBelle, sir. It's just all this practice. Unbelievable. What if you had sullied my outfit with those grubby paws of yours? So, what do you think they're up to this time, Apollo? Oh, it's you two. Eavesdropping, are you? Pivot, you peasants are so tacky. Oh, you changed your hair again. But what do you want with me? Mr. Filch filled me in on a conversation you two had. About how you told him not to say a word about seeing TENMA TARO. Filchy, you fool. I told you nothing good would come out of you running your mouth. So why did you want to keep Mr. Filch quiet like that, Mrs. LaBelle? Why, to protect darling little Jinxie, of course. But Jinxie was never really possessed. She was sleepwalking. She was, it's like Kiara's song. Being asleep at the time, she couldn't have been unconsciously trying to protect the mayor. It also means she couldn't have possibly been TENMA TARO. Interesting. But where are you going with this? Since you asked so politely, I believe you have a different reason for trying to keep Mr. Filch quiet. That reason would be to deflect doubt away from the one who is really TENMA TARO. Now this is getting interesting. Are you insinuating that I am TENMA TARO? I didn't specifically say that, but if you want to go there. So sorry to disappoint, but I'm nothing of the sort. That's right, Mr. LaBelle couldn't even tell me TENMA TARO was a Jinx. Oh. I said TENMA TARO was Jinxie, you fool. Honestly, you have the memory capacity of a flea. Practice it 100 more times. So, have you been called to testify tomorrow? Yes, and I'm so looking forward to my courtroom debut. But you'll just have to wait until then. Filchy, wake up, you lazy bones. Huh? What? Was I sleeping? Must have been that sweet cologne of yours, Miss LaBelle. Made me right sleepy, it did. Well, it's time for you to listen to what to do and say tomorrow. Oh, I'm begging you, not another lesson. I ain't cut out for this thinking and remembering stuff. Right up the Snozzler? Is that a word? Keep quiet and do exactly as I say. No, please. Anything but another lesson. There they go. Missed our chance to get the truth out of him. Yeah, we'll get that proof we need in courtroom tomorrow, one way or the other. How ironic is it that this guy, whose big thing was like, my grandfather was, stole from the rich and gave to the poor, is now the lapdog of this Richie McRicherson type of dude. You think they're done crashing Jinxie? Maybe. Let's see if she's over on Yokai Lane shopping for more charms. Watch something that got to her and now she's like, I don't want to say anything. They'd be like, oh, we offered you, like, if you don't cooperate with us, we'll put your father in prison. A cursed nine-tailed fox. It's time for selling the store. The time for selling the store is nigh. A grudge has but festered over time. At last, vengeance will be mine. Whew. She must be possessed. Sleepwalking again. It's Jinxie. Oh, hello, Mr. Demon Lawyer. Ah, my charms must have fallen off again. Are they done questioning you, Jinxie? Uh-huh. And on the way back, I stopped here to buy a new charm that was just released. Yeah, which one? Oh, the one with Nine-Tailed Fox and TENMA TARO. It shows them dancing together. Really? Two bitter rivals dancing together? Uh-huh. It's a charm for rebuilding burnt bridges. Oh, right. For the municipal merger issue. No, it's for the demon lawyer and the insomniac prosecutor. It'll stop you two from fighting like you did in the court this morning. We weren't fighting. It was just a spirited debate. That's what we lawyers... Okay. No fighting. Stop fighting! That meme from, what's it called? Smiling Friends. Tom slapped again. Apollo, if we're done playing around, let's find out what she was lying about. Jinxie, it seems like you're starting to remember things. You already said the feathers and tracks weren't there when you discovered the crime. Have you remembered anything else that seems important? Like what? Tell us what you saw that day. Maybe you'll remember something else this time. When I opened the door, Papa and Alderman QB were passed in the Fox chamber. Will collapse. That's when Papa told me to call an ambulance and called the police. That's all he said before he passed out in the chair. Jinxie, it seems you're starting to remember things. You already said the feathers and tracks weren't there when you discovered the crime. Have you remembered anything else that seems important? Like... Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh. There you go. Listen again. Listen again. Listen again. Again! Again. It's an odd one, holy shit. Again! Jesus, man, this is flipping hard.
Gotcha!
You were very nervous when you said that's all he said, weren't you? Because how your fingers move as if you were going to slap someone with the charm. Listen to me, Jinxie. This is a very important. Did Mayor Tenma say anything else to you? It was nothing. He was just talking in his sleep. Talking in his sleep? So you admit that he did say something else. How could you tell? Only a demon have such powers. I mean, yeah, we do have mystical powers, basically. Bum-ba-na-na. Yippee! Like I said, he was just talking in his sleep. I mean, why else would Papa say something like that? Could you be a little more specific? Before he fainted, he said, "Forgive me, Jinxie. I killed Alderman QB." He said, "What?" Did I actually confess to the crime? But he didn't mean it. He couldn't possibly have known what he was saying. He was probably possessed, or maybe he was in the middle of a nightmare. A nightmare, though. This is a nightmare. Return to the basics. Jinxie, does Butterfield Blackwell know about your father's confession? I didn't mention it when he was questioning me. I mean, there's no way Papa's the killer. Why would the mayor confess like that? Could Willie have been dreaming or simply delirious? Who knows, but I'm sure it feels like I'm living in a nightmare right now. Paula, what are we gonna do about tomorrow's trial? The crime scene was locked tight until Jinxie arrived, and our client even confessed. Not only that, Jinxie's been accused of planting the yokai evidence. Both the mayor and Jinxie are going to prison if we don't do something. Our lack of a third party in the lodge room is a major problem. Jinxie has testified that when she first opened the door, Adam and Cuban and Mayor Tenma were the only people she saw in the Fox Chamber. But the real killer must have been hiding in there as well. Considering the room was locked tight, that's the only logical explanation. A mystery person must have fled the Fox Chamber when it was opened. And that's when Jinxie saw what she thought was TENMA TARO. But Papa and the Alderman were the only people there. I didn't see anyone else. Whatever it takes in court tomorrow, Apollo. We have to take down that dirty, rotten TENMA TARO Florent LaBelle. Right. We'll get him with a legal exorcism, justice style. And that's the end of the first part for today. I'll bite to my food. Alright. Apollo Justice Defense Team leader is ready, Your Honor. Athena Sykes, assistant defender, is ready too, Your Honor. This is Brett. I think I'm saying that wrong. As chipper as ever, and in French no less. And the prosecution? Very well then. By the way, I did ask for Detective Fulbright to provide sturdier shackles today. We have no more of your funny business this time, Prosecutor Blackwell. Now, your opening statement, if you would. I believe it's standard procedure for the prosecution to handle it. Looks like the judge is really bringing it today. He probably realized how Blackwell played him. That was one mean game, as Simon Says. I like how they're calling it Simon Says to be like how he's like using psychology to get his way, but also his name is Simon. His honor has to fight to defend his honor today. Your bonus. Been to see the Voyage Junior delivering an epic opening statement. I have? I don't know if I'd say that. Why, of course you have. I saw it in your eyes the last time you gave the opening statement. That was the look of one who yearns deeply for the thought of an epic opening statement. Don't fall for it. Don't you dare fall for it. For decades now, you have been watching opening statements from your bench. They are the crown jewels of the court. The one thing you cannot possess. The crown jewels of the court. Now, at long last, they're within your grasp. How could you possibly refuse? Don't you fall for it. So you don't mind if I do? Oh my god, he fell for it. So you don't mind if I do it then? I'll make a special exception, just this once. Here we go again. Yep, more of the Blackwell's mind games. Just because of that, Judge, I'm not gonna read out what you're saying. I'm not gonna voice that out, because I'm gonna eat instead. This is like us, whenever we have D&D, our friend group, us recapping the previous day, the previous game at the beginning of the first, that game. Whenever we saw up a game, we recap what happened last time we played. Play like a fellow, this judge was. Alright. Now then. Since the prosecution has called a new witness to testify. Inexplicable yokai evidence left at the scene of the crime. Does that not demand some sort of explanation? The feathers and tracks, were those left by the mayor while he was possessed? That was an act to protect his daughter. Oh. Yes, of course. I had suspected as much. His daughter was the one who planted the yokai events. Ergo, the true identity of the yokai in the manor was the manor's maid, Jinky Tenma. Prosecution is engaging in mere conjecture. Would you care for some witness testimony then? But I'm ready to prove that the little scamp is the one behind the TENMA TARO farce. Alright. Very well then. Bailiff, can you bring in the first witness? Mr. Filch, you made quite the hasty exit yesterday. Too bad it doesn't happen again today. I've been known for my hasty retreat since I was a kid. Bit of a trademark of mine. Indeed. I managed to give a total of 5 bailiffs the slip. Like those amateurs could ever nab me, eh? I imagine this guy has like a Brooklyn accent. Or just this Danny DeVito, as I said before. Perhaps we should shackle you by the neck. That would keep you in place. No, please, I'm liable to bit my own head off if I start running. Your statement, now. Yes, sir. Mr. Blackhead, sir. You may be at a hasty retreat, but there's no escaping Prosecutor Blackwell. Yeah, Blackwell doesn't strike me as the give-up-easy type. Now then, Mr. Filch, your testimony, please. The one of many today. Specifically, the true nature of the yokai you saw in the manor shortly after the crime. TENMA TARO's really that little maid girl. Ain't no doubt about it. I mean, TENMA TARO, I saw just a little thing about her size. Well, little one had a big old staff. I'd seen it when she came into the foyer. Bet you she stole it from the Forbidden Chamber after stumbling on the crime scene. She was going to use it to rile at me on the account of my fierce reputation. I just know it. Okay. Before we do anything, do I have evidence of the... I don't. And that's because it was Miss Jinxie Tenma all along? You betcha. Besides, all the rest of the manor were way taller than her. Gaining height is but an easy thing. But a big ox like the defendant could never pass for short. What if the TENMA TARO impersonator was walking on their knees? What? No knee walking. I seen it myself. And perhaps the yokai really was Miss Tenma after all. All monsters are not but tricks, either of the mind or the cheap parlor variety. So you're saying she created an illusion like one of those magical eye things? Precisely. Human senses are easily deceived. They really are. You ever think about, crap, what was it? Recency bias and stuff like that, and, you know, I saw one of those, like, what's that show, Mind Games? They did something where they talked about, it's the episode about observation, and they talked about what happens if you talk to, if you show, like, someone, like, let's say, a crime or event happening, and immediately talk to them, be like, what color was the shirt they're wearing? It's possible they can be, like, get that wrong even because they're just not focusing on that. There's a fellow in the cell next to me. Each night, he cries and screams about some ghostly things he sees. But in truth, it was simply the janitor. Prosecutor Blackwell just gave up the ghost, literally. The janitor's deathly complexion and all-white attire are, no doubt, partially to blame. That and the fact that he constantly mutters about taking vengeance for this or that. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. I'm gonna get this done lickety-split. I'm not gonna get this done lickety-split. This is actually kind of hard.
Hold it!
I suppose you mean to say that Jinxie Tenma entered the Forbidden Chamber to get one. Well, I ain't never seen a staff like that in the manor, so it had to be the Forbidden Chamber. Jinxie entered the Forbidden Chamber after the incident. Then she took the staff and tried to cover up her actions by pretending to be TENMA TARO. Guess that's what Filch is trying to say. No. There's one thing I was wondering about. Why did that yokai have a staff in the first place? Well, I've got my hunches about that. She could not have entered the Forbidden Chamber because she couldn't have the Forbidden Chamber.
Objection!
Yeah, okay. It would seem that TENMA TARO was, in fact, not this innocent little girl. Huh? How do you figure that? You claim the TENMA TARO you saw had one of the stabs from the Forbidden Chamber, but it would have been impossible for Miss Tenma to get a hold of one. Care to elaborate, Mr. Justice? The mayor swallowed this key shortly after the murder. He wanted to keep the killer out of the Forbidden Chamber. What's this? This key was deep in the mayor's stomach when Miss Tenma discovered the crime scene. So you see, it would have been impossible for her to get into the Forbidden Chamber. In short, the TENMA TARO seen holding that staff could not have been Jinxie Tenma. Well, that was quick. Already doing damage to Simon? Who does the defense believe was impersonating TENMA TARO? A TENMA TARO impersonator is none other than Mayor Tenma's aide.
Objection!
Such accusations beg evidence. Aside from his ghastly appearance, can you prove he is the yokai we seek? Yes, in fact, I can. Very well, let's see what the defense is going with this. Mr. Justice, please show us proof as to the identity of TENMA TARO impersonator.
Take that!
We found this hand cream in the Forbidden Chamber, and we know that whoever is TENMA TARO took one of the stabs out there. In short, I believe whoever this hand cream belongs to is the yokai impersonator we're looking for. But Mr. Justice, how do you propose to identify the hand cream's owner? I'm glad you asked, Your Honor. The defense requests a fingerprint analysis on this piece of evidence. It might tell us who it belongs to. Interesting. So you expect to find the yokai's prints there? Very well. I hereby call a short recess while we wait for the fingerprint results. No need for that, Your Boldness. We have the fingerprints of everyone at the manor that day. You called, Prosecutor Blackwell? Cool, Bright. Analyze this for prints. You have 3 minutes. You wish is my command. Very well, then. I guess we'll just wait right here. Oh, it's not going to be LaBelle. If they're doing it like this, it ain't going to be LaBelle. But if it's not going to be LaBelle, who would it be then? What do the results show? What in the world? They're fluent LaBelle's prints, aren't they? Oh. Oh, fuck. It's not LaBelle's then. Then who the fuck could it be? He's not happy, so it's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be. Wait, who? Don't tell me. The TENMA TARO's prints? Fingerprint analysis have revealed that the prints belong to. I'm gonna make a guess and say Jinxie Tenma. Phineas Filch. Oh.
Objection!
Wait. What? What? That Miss LaBelle wasn't the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber?
Objection!
Why, you tricksy little Tanuki. Explain yourself, now. Yeah, sure, the prints are mine. I mean, I did pilfer that hand cream from Miss LaBelle after all. So the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber? So what if I did? Got a problem with it? You fool of a Tanuki. Mr. Justice, care to explain what this could mean? Excellent question. The fact that Mr. Filch was in the Forbidden Chamber. Wait a second. Does this mean that TENMA TARO holding that staff was Phineas Filch? Another cat out of the bag. What? I don't understand. Does this mean Mr. Filch is the real killer? The witness will explain himself this instant. Begging your pardon, Your Honorship, but I was just doing what the alderman told me. He wanted me to be TENMA TARO in the village exorcism ritual. Oh, you mean that event, the Nine Tails Fail Festival? So that was you inside TENMA TARO costume? Yep, and after the event, I went to watch the pro wrestling program. But it bored me to tears on account of the wrestlers being completely jobbers. Is jobbing a term that was used when this game first came out? I don't think so. Was it? That's when I looked at the TENMA TARO costume and got a great idea. Nobody can tell it's me when I'm wearing it. Because of those superstitions, no matter what I do, the villagers won't say a word. See, yeah. It's a perfect crime. You can shoot someone dressed up as TENMA TARO and they won't even say that you did it because they can't say it without getting cursed. In other words, you use the superstitions to effectively render yourself invisible. Why did you want to enter the Forbidden Chamber in the first place? Because of the treasure there, of course, because his grandfather told him about the treasure. Thought that was my big chance to sneak on in and nab it. Treasure? Oh, and that's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpa told me all about it, said there's an amazing treasure in there. Guess that's one tale that didn't get passed down from grandpappy to grandson. I feel like I would tell my grandchild if I had stole something, it would prevent them from trying to steal the same thing and get caught. But you know, how exactly did you get into the Forbidden Chamber? There was a meeting in the Fox Chamber that day. Plus, the mayor swallowed the only key that could open the Forbidden Chamber's door. You couldn't have possibly gotten in. I could through the air vent in the foyer. The vents left the old Alderman's picture. Oh shit, there was a vent there. I went on in and made a nice little hole. Used that to get into the air duct that leads to the Forbidden Chamber, I did. You what? But how's that even possible? Wait a sec. Over that air vent in the Forbidden Chamber? So Mr. Filch found a way to get into that air duct. And that's how he got from the foyer vent to the Forbidden Chamber vent? So TENMA TARO was nothing more than a cat burglar, or rather a tanuki burglar. Arrested being without anyone to charge for the Alderman's murder. It's like a so-called yokai is nothing more than one big troublemaker. Tell me, Mr. Filch, what did you do after fleeing to the foyer? I got out of that costume mighty quick. Would have just caused trouble at that point. And where is that costume now? If I know, it ain't my fault if you never find it. Please search every nook and cranny. No yokai costume was left in that manner. Oh. Maybe it was tossed, and when it was tossed, it looked like it flew. From the wind. The defense seems to have hit upon an idea. Well, go on, Mr. Justice. Okay, here's what I think. Mr. Filch, did you get rid of the costume here?
Take that!
Did you toss it out the window? Because that would certainly explain why I didn't turn up inside the manor. You think I tossed out the window? That costume cost a pretty penny. So I would go do something like that. Any bright ideas, Apollo? Well, assuming the costume really was tossed out from the window, the next question would be, what happened to it after that? And if I'm right, I might have just the thing to prove what happened to the costume. Phineas Filch! I have just the evidence for you. You do? That evidence proves you got rid of your costume through the window.
Take that!
Ah, that's TENMA TARO flying through the sky. Just how does that prove Mr. Filch threw the costume out the window? It's quite simple. There's no TENMA TARO in the photo. It's the costume Mr. Filch threw out. That's crazy talk. You ain't serious, are ya? There's a steep cliff right outside the foyer window, meaning the manor's pretty high up. The costume flew through the air after it was tossed out. That's when the photo was taken. In other words, the photo TENMA TARO really was a flight of fancy. It's a Blackwell's not looking so good over there. So there really never was a yokai. I can't keep any of them cats bad. Can I still file a claim for the lost costume? This more than proves the defense's position. Dixie TENMA had nothing to do with staging the yokai sighting. Here to raise an objection, Prosecutor Blackwell? He's gonna be like, it doesn't fucking matter. None whatsoever. I'll deal with that tricksy tanuki after I've dealt with this case. All you have to do is be like, oh, that thing happened. And then Uh, God, there's no God. No, there's no. Well, how was the evidence left there? Uh, wait, this doesn't prove anything because Simon Blackwell can just make the argument that she left feathers on her own and tracks on her own, right?
Objection.
Stealing the sword is a bit early, are we not? Huh? Nothing has been proven beyond a doubt. Take this tricksy little Tanuki, for instance. How do you suppose he was able to exit the Forbidden Chamber? Probably the same way he got in, through the chamber's air vent. And what are the feathers and tracks at the scene of the crime? It would suggest that Tanuki exited through the chamber door, not the air vent. But Forbidden Chamber doesn't open from the inside, so we're saying it doesn't make no sense. Right? Correct. Someone on the outside opened the door for you, isn't that right? Yep, that's right, Mr. Blackjack. The door suddenly sprang right open. Sprung right open? Who was on the other side? Didn't get a good look on the account of the sudden glare. Like how the reflection from my head blinds fellow moviegoers emerging from the dark. That's a weird comparison, but okay, I guess so. That's why I snatched that staff and made my daring escape. And then little Meg and Guile spotted me as I hightailed it down the hall. That means the Forbidden Chamber wasn't open until after the crime scene was discovered. But wait, we still don't know who opened it. Maybe there really was a third person in the Fox Chamber.
Objection.
Where are you, little Tanuki? When the Forbidden Chamber opened, did you see the accused passed out there? Nope. The only one there was the alderman, and he was dead as a doornail. If the accused wasn't there, what do you suppose he was up to? Oh, god damn it. Don't tell me. Plainly, the only one who could have opened the Forbidden Chamber was the accused Damien Tenma. Oh my god, what's going on? Oh my gosh. Wait a second. There had to be someone else beside Mayor Tenma there. Really? And who might that be? Oh, well, that would be...
Objection.
It seems our feisty little ass has forgotten the most important thing. Evidence. I didn't forget. I was just testing your attention to details. It's Sykes, you can't prove your point without proof of some sort. It's a proven fact. Sorry, guess I put my foot in my mouth again. No, Athena, we're definitely onto something here. We are? Think about it. If Filch was stuck inside the Forbidden Chamber, one of the alibis we heard would no longer hold any water. The defense would like to call a new witness to the stand, someone who knew Mr. Filch was stuck in the Forbidden Chamber, and by virtue of knowing this, has an alibi that no longer adds up. Ah, not that insufferable. Very well, the court will hear what Mr. Justice has to say. Whose alibi no longer adds up?
Take that.
Right, that's the defendant's aide, Florent LaBelle. Did he claim to be in the foyer at the time of the crime? True, but in his alibi, he also claimed Mr. Filch was in the foyer too. However, as we all know now, Mr. Filch was not there with Miss LaBelle at the time. In short, Miss LaBelle's alibi has disappeared. Gotcha. Florent LaBelle's alibi was one big lie. Isn't that right, Mr. Filch? I reckon there ain't no keeping that cat in the bag here neither. It was all Mr. LaBelle's idea. He told me he'd button his lip about me breaking to the Forbidden Chamber. In return, he said we'd vouch for each other's alibi. Shame on you, Mr. Filch. Perjury is a serious crime, you know. Ah, shucks. Mercy, your honorship, mercy. Ooh, Simon Blackwell is not happy. I also assert that the person who opened the Forbidden Chamber for Mr. Filch was none other than Florent LaBelle. After all, his alibi had just been proven to be a complete fabrication. I see. We will take a 20-minute recess, after which time we will see what Mr. LaBelle has to say for himself. In the meantime, the prosecution will question Mr. LaBelle about these new allegations. Interesting. Get some bites of food. All right. We did it, Apollo. We finally dragged Mrs. LaBelle into court. Yeah. Hey, why the long face? I can't help but feel I'm missing something important. Plus, Prosecutor Blackwell's bound to mount a counterattack. You really are worried, what aren't you? It'll be fine. That mystery figure who opened the forbidden chamber for Mr. Felch had to have been Florent LaBelle. I know, but that's not what's bugging me. I took my finger on it though. Is it the fact that your defendant went missing for a small period of time? Anyway, the big showdown with Mr. LaBelle is up next, so chin up, Apollo. What was Mayor TENMA doing during that time? Oh, it's green now. Well, it looks like the fucking Joker today. Let's go. Court is back in session. Our next witness is... Yes, I'm acting on behalf of the mayor in this very important matter. It seems the witness is predisposed at the moment. Surely you jest. I'm not jesting, and don't call me Shirley. I will hold you to your promise. Remember that. Oh my, deepest apologies. This is Florent LaBelle, personal aide to Mayor TENMA, or should I say, the accused. Okay. Well, what business do you have with me? I'm a very busy man, so let's make this brief as possible. Your baldness. Ah, right. Mr. Felch's testimony has revealed a hole in your alibi. And for this reason, you are suspected of having some sort of connection with the case at hand. To think I'd be associated with this entirely lurid affair. Is it entirely or effectively? Yeah, entirely, yeah. Well, I'm not, so may I go now? I have very important matters to attend to.
Objection!
I don't think so, Miss LaBelle. Do you realize what a serious crime you committed? Witness, you are being accused of perjury. This is your chance to clear the air. Fine, the truth is I faked my alibi for a very good reason. The mayor was obviously the killer, so I created a fake alibi to confuse the matter. Bullshit, you told us that you thought that Jinxie was the killer. You see, as a personal aide, I felt I had to protect him. Sorry. Well, no, you wanted to protect that Jinxie was TENMA TARO. You think this is funny? Without your alibi, you're a suspect too. What were you really doing at the time of the crime? Peasant, how dare you accuse me, one of the beautiful people, of being...
Objection!
Stop stalling and tell the court what you were really doing at the time of the crime.
Silence!
Enough jabbering. Swords have been drawn. The time for talk has passed. Swords? What swords? This is a duel to the death. The fate of the accused rests in our hands. Be gone, ye of cowardly heart. The battlefield hath no place for thee. Again? Oh my. He's gonna get shot in a second, isn't he? So much for studio shackles. Those chains heeded my vow that heads would roll this day. The heeds. Will the witness please deliver the accused death knell? You know what I speak. Most certainly. His goose is already cooked. Time to stick a fork in him. As I told Prosecutor Blackwell during the recess, I rushed right over to the Fox chamber when I heard little Jinxie scream. What? Then, drum roll please, I saw Mayor Tenma opening the forbidden chamber doors. But there you have it. The mystery man who opened the chamber door, as witnessed by one Phineas Filch. It was the accused. There was never any third party. Oh, and that's not all. I heard something quite startling there at the scene of the crime. Startling sounds bad. The mayor, who was barely conscious, muttered to this. Forgive me, Jinxie, I killed the alderman. That's right, the mayor actually confessed to the murder right then and there. He confessed? Order! Order in the court! This is quite conclusive testimony if it stands. And just so, and quite astonishing, I might add. I only learned of this fact during the recess. Huh. I just love surprises, don't you? That's why I saved the best for last. Consider it a gift from me to you. No way, I don't believe Mr. LaBelle heard the mayor confess. But is this really true? Did Mayor Tenma really confess? It is, indeed. During the last recess, I confirmed it with the mayor's daughter. It would seem Mayor Tenma actually did confess. That testimony is quite favorable to the prosecution's. This is LaBelle. Yes, I called earlier about the party reservations. That's right, and I'll be calling my little shindig Mayor Tenma's conviction gala. A splendid time is guaranteed for all but the mayor and his defense. Aye, asshole. Well, as it seems our witness is a very busy man, so let's get right to its testimony. Mr. LaBelle, please tell us what you saw when you came upon the scene of the crime. I was in the hallway hiding in the shadows. That's where I heard the confession. Upon learning her father's crime, little Jinxie fled without ever noticing me. Immediately after that, the mayor came to, stood up and opened the forbidden chamber. As I ran in terror, the demon emerged from its prison. Shot, I fled down the hallway to my right to the one with the phone at the end. And calling the police, you could pass each other out of bait in the hallway as she made for the foyer. She was getting a step like during that drink, she couldn't call for help because there was no one else in the hall. Yeah, bullshit. The defendant actually confessed then and there to his crime. Perhaps the guilt was too much to bear, so he confided in his daughter. You do realize you should not have withheld such crucial evidence, crucial testimony from the court. Once again, sorry. It's just I feared being accused if I mentioned coming upon that most unpleasant scene. Bullshit. Why did the mayor's confession have to be brought up by this guy? We better do something before the judge declares the mayor guilty. As a death row inmate once told me in years gone by, there's a time to fight and a time to yield. A time to live and a time to die. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Okay, so Jinxie says that she... God damn it. I think it's this.
Objection!
Yeah. Because she said that she went to the phone, and he's saying he went to the phone. You're lying about having witnessed these events from the hallway. What on earth do you mean? Yes, care to fill the rest of us in, Mr. Justice? If Mr. LaBelle had really fled down into the hall with the phone in it, he would have crossed paths with Miss Tenma. What's this? Oh, because he's not TENMA TARO, so he wouldn't know about that interaction. After he discovered the crime scene, she immediately went to call the police. Then after making a call, and you can confirm that she made the call, you have phone records on that, so you know the time in which she did that. After making a call, she went back to the main hallway, whereupon she encountered the demon, yokai, whatever you want to call it. As for me, I call it Phineas Filch in a TENMA TARO costume. The encounter happened right there where the hallways meet. As for Mr. LaBelle, if he had fled here feigning escape from the yokai imposter, why yes, the two would have crossed paths. Right, except Mr. TENMA told us that there was no one else in the hall. In short, Miss TENMA did not see you in the hall because you were never really there. And there's no reason for her to lie to you about that, either. But Mr. Justice, the witness, also said that he heard the mayor confess. If he was lying about hearing the confession from the hall, then where was he when he heard it? Inside the Fox chamber, where else? But isn't that within the very crime scene? It is, Your Honor, and that means he's not really a witness. Rather, he's the third party I've been alleging this whole time. What? You think I'm the killer? How dare you?
Silence!
Where did he hide, though? Foolish fop, a true man knows when he is beaten. A shield of lies comes to not before a foe with the sword of truth bared. Prosecutor Blackwell, what are you? I thought we were on the same side. You are mistaken. There are no sides here, save my cold, steely edge of judgment. You are alone upon this battlefield, with naught but your lies and sickly sweet perfume. You heard the mayor's confession from the inside, did you not, you deviant dandy? From the sole location from which you could have seen and heard the mayor and the Tanuki, without either of them noticing you were right there in the Fox chamber. Oh my, so that's how it's gonna be. Fine, I'll come clean then. Seriously? You admit to being in the Fox chamber? I do. I did enter the room after the murder. I was afraid of being falsely accused, so I lied about it. I feel terrible about lying like that, but it's a verbal cologne I use to protect myself. You better explain yourself, Mr. LaBelle. Yes, of course. I was just about to get to that. The witness is skating on thin ice. I remind you that perjury is a very serious crime. Now let's hear your testimony again, this time with your without your perfume lies. I did enter the Fox chamber after the murder, but I didn't enter until after Jixie had heard the confession and left. I heard the mayor groan and hid behind the folding screen there. What I saw there up close, it was absolutely horrifying. So you see, I was there but merely watching from behind the screen. From behind the screen, why yes, I believe you wouldn't be spotted if you were there. Just so, he could see everything without being spotted by the victim or that Tanuki Filch. Suffice to say, he was a mere witness to the events rather than an actual third party. Apollo, you think he's telling the truth? No. He was in the Fox chamber, so at least that much must be true. The defense may cross-examine a slightly voyeuristic witness. Hey, no kink shame. Okay.
Hold it!
Okay, I gotta press for some of these, I think. Why didn't you enter right away? And ruin my designer shoes? Okay. Your shoes? Even now, just thinking about getting blood on my fabulous footwear, it sends chills down my spine. That's why I hesitated. That's terrible. A man was dying and another injured and you're worried about your shoes?
Silence!
You know, remind you, this is a court of law. We're not teaching morality here. We have schools of etiquette and the like for such trivial pursuits. Now you listen to me, you deceptive dandy. Get to the point and be quick about it. Yes, well, I was there in the Fox Chamber, but...
Hold it!
Oh my, you do, so you do understand. I do. By hiding, I was concealing my fabulous beauty, which, for the sake of the universe, is something I should never ever do. That's what you were thinking of, right? No. We can deliberate his mental process another time. Get on with the testimony. Now. Okay.
Hold it!
What did you see? You describe the crime scene in a bit more detail. And what exactly would you like details about? Could you please describe the forbidden chamber at the time? It was shut tight until the mayor opened it. Consider this statement of any of importance? I don't think so.
Hold it!
Okay. The feathers and tracks. What do you remember about the yokai feathers and tracks? They resulted when TENMA TARO exited the forbidden chamber. Came out in quite a rush, scattering the feathers this way and that. You'd immediately know it was Mr. Filch. I did, and that's why I suggested we cook up our alibis together. How did those practice sessions go? They were nearly the death of me. Filchy has to be the worst student ever. He really doesn't think he's done anything wrong, does he? When TENMA TARO exited the forbidden chamber, came out with quite a rush, scattering feathers this way and that. There's nothing wrong with it? Let's talk about the murder weapon.
Hold it!
One last time. One last ride. To describe the state of the weapons that had been used at the scene. The spear had been thrust all the way through Alderman Cuby. Then there was the statue that Alderman used to bludgeon Mayor Tenma. That incredibly inspiring symbol. Got him. Got him. Why exactly did you find that statue inspiring? Well, when I saw that statue, I thought that the merger had been realized. It was like a celebration of union between the town and village, an inspiring symbol of goodwill. Got him. How did he know? How did he know that this statue was in this state? When this statue was found, the piece was, it was broken off, and you couldn't tell, because we couldn't tell that it was used to be like an inspiration. We thought it was of these two, you know, yokai fighting. But if you saw it in one piece, you would know that it was actually, if you saw it in one piece, you would know that it's supposed to be inspiring or whatnot. So you would have had to see the murder weapon before it was broken. Which isn't a lot to go on, because you could just claim like, I've seen it before in its usual state. But we'll see. I believe that to be extremely important. Of course, to be added to testimony. But it's something, right? So we gotta go with that.
Hold it!
Oh, fuck me. I didn't mean to hit, I didn't mean press. We'll skip through this because we've got everything we need to know from this. Skip.
Objection!
There we go. Last I finally betrayed you, Mr. LaBelle. What possibly could you mean? You said the statue was like a celebration of union between the town and village. Isn't that correct? It is indeed, but what of it? The two yokai are joining hands in goodwill, as if they're celebrating the municipal merger. Something the matter? So how did you really know that the statue was meant to be a symbol of goodwill again? What? Justice Stoner, explain yourself, and make it quick. The statue was meant to be a symbol as goodwill in its original form, but that was secret. A secret? Whatever do you— oh, that's right. What I meant is that it broke when someone used it to strike Mayor TENMA on the head. What's left clearly makes it look like the two yokai are battling it out. The statue's secret and its true form were lost inside that locked room. But Miss TENMA is the only living soul who should have known what it once looked like. So Mr. LaBelle, where could he have possibly seen the statue in its original form? That's right, because she mentioned only her and the alderman knew what it looked like. What do you mean, where? The only possible answer is this. You saw the statue in its original form. Right there in the room where the alderman was murdered before it was broken. Okay, I thought that we had to do more here, but then I forgot that Jinxie mentioned that only she and the alderman knew about the statue being in its original form. I thought that he would have prior knowledge about that, but he didn't, so we can go with that. How dare you? Mr. Justice, are you accusing the witness with some sort of crime? Yes. Yes, I am. Come on, Judge, keep up. Keep up. LaBelle, I accuse you of the murder of Alderman Rex QB. Man, maybe I'm wrong about Damien TENMA being the Ninetales. Mr. LaBelle, you've been accused of murder. Do you have anything else to say in your defense? How could you possibly accuse me, the embodiment of beauty? Way to go, Apollo. This is the conclusive evidence we need. Magnifico. We've got you now. We know how you killed the alderman. Now admit it. Wait for Simon to go. Silence. There we go. Enough of your silly games, Justice Stoner. The prancing peacock could not possibly be the killer. What are you talking about? His alibi has already crumbled to dust. And it just proved that he was in the Fox chamber while it was still locked tight. Silence! Why could I have not seen the statue in its true form before the murder? After all, he was close friends with the alderman. There we go. See, that's what I thought. Yes, that's right. I clearly remember it now. Alderman QB told me about it. About the statue actually looked like. I mean, he was a good friend of mine. God fucking damn it. Yeah, right. He wouldn't show you a secret gift just like that. Silence. Moreover, it has already been proven that he was not present at the scene of the crime. It has? Forgotten, have we? Recall the little scam's statement, if you will. When Jinxie TENMA unlocked the Fox chamber, she saw the alderman and the mayor collapse therein, and no one else. The fact is, it was you two who made that apparent in yesterday's court session. Thus, Florent LaBelle could not have possibly been in that locked room. See behind the folding screen? Proof is incontrovertible. No room for debate exists. Am I not right, your baldness? It does seem awfully conclusive. The facts point to the defendant and the victim being the only people in that locked room. Moreover, the defendant has already confessed.
Silence.
Did you just silence my fucking objection before I can speak? You cannot defend the indefensible. Your role in this charade is over, Justice Dono. But your boldness. This trial would last an eternity if we were to keep crossing blades with these simpletons. It's high time you brought down the hammer of justice. A point well made. I believe it's time to declare a verdict. This court finds the defendant Damien Tenma It would seem that my time is at hand. Mayor Tenma? Counselor, there is a matter to which I must testify. I court now only for your good graces. Hey, Counselor? Oh, right, he must mean me. Bailiff, don't just stand there. Seize him. It's no good. I can't restrain him. Know me in despair, for I am TENMA TARO, Demon Lord of the Yokai. Mr. Justice, do something. Apollo, this is our chance. We might get some new information out of him. Your Honor, seeing as our client has something new to say, I believe due process demands that we hear him out, even if he is a yokai. When you put it that way. Still, I believe testimony by a yokai is unprecedented in the legal world. Unprecedented in absurdity, more like. Alright, Mr. Damien Tenma, or should I say Mr. TENMA TARO, your testimony, please. I shall now speak of recollections most real, courtesy of my host, Damien Tenma. Heed these words, mortals, for hear them but once you shall. Or twice. Okay, barely conscious was Damien there amid the darkness. Suddenly 2 yokai did appear. One side I, Damien Taro, ruler of the demon kind, the other my mortal enemy, the 9-tailed fox. That's it? That's it? So the defendant asserted that the room he was in was very dark at the time? Turns out maybe, yes, indeed, all was in darkness. The part about TENMA TARO and the 9-tailed fox being there? Yes, that too. TENMA TARO towered overhead and the 9-tailed fox glittered gold. I call animal use, Your Honor. The student defendant recollections are not to be. Oh! Oh, wait. At one point, he wasn't in the fox chamber at one point. He was in the forbidden chamber. He saw TENMA TARO. My thing is, if he saw TENMA TARO, I don't understand. Hold on. Hold on. My name's Winkling. What was the 9-tailed fox he saw? What if he knocks out both of them, he kills the alderman, he opens the forbidden chamber, he puts the mayor, knocks out the mayor, of course, puts the mayor in the forbidden chamber, surrounded by the what's it called? Surrounded by the folding screen, because it's dark, and then that's, you can't see, so you'll see the forbidden screen. You'll see that way he sees the yokai statue, so then that means that's how he sees TENMA TARO. He sees the 9-tailed fox when he sees the folding screen. He's blocked off, which means that what's his name? Filch wouldn't see him. Then the suspect, or our suspect, as people were suspecting, aka LaBelle, puts on makeup or some shit and changes hair, pretends to look like the mayor, sits down, tells Jinxie that he confesses that he's like, oh, I killed that to make it look like that. Then once she flees to go get a call, he immediately goes, opens the door, has Filch escape. Filch doesn't see the victim, doesn't see the defendant, because the defendant is actually in the forbidden chamber, but he didn't see him in the forbidden chamber. She has him escapes, doesn't see the defendant, but instead sees, someone dressed up maybe as like him. He leaves. Then when he leaves, both Jinxie and Filch are outside of the Fox chamber and out of the way, which means that at that point, then what's his name? LaBelle takes the body of the not dead but his unconscious body of the mayor and puts him back where it was before, on the chair. Truth be told, my host recollections are still a bit fuzzy, as if half dreamt that happening lingers in his mind. Apollo, maybe I can help here. Really? Oh, you mean... Yeah, I can hear it. It's just going in his heart. I sense an unusual emotion in the mayor's memory of the event. Okay, I just hope our findings don't come back to haunt us again.
Got it!
When Nine-Tailed Fox appeared, you not only experienced shock and sadness, but also something like joy as well. Joy? Also, it was joy at the light coming to my eyes at long last. A long and terrible creaking did pierce the silence. And then there was light. On reflection, it was a door that did produce that infernal racket. Creaking door. Oh, you must be talking about the forbidden chamber door. It does make a lot of noise. So this means the forbidden chamber really was opened. But what about the sudden light he described? And the guy, no, he mentioned darkness and TENMA TARO towering overhead. Maybe the mayor wasn't really in the Fox chamber at the time of the crime. There we go. Mayor, did the darkness you were in happen to be here?
Take that!
The forbidden chamber? Was it not the Fox chamber where the murder did occur? Yes, but it all makes sense if you were in the forbidden chamber. That terrible creaking sound was probably the forbidden chamber's door opening. And towering TENMA that you saw must have likely the forbidden chamber's statue. Why, yes, that would explain it. The darkness and staff and the demon's grasp. But even if that's all true, then what about the nine-tailed fox? Maybe he was seeing things, just like Jinxie and her imaginary yokai? Fantastico, Apollo, it is entirely possible. In a groggy, dreamlike state, people can misremember things and events. Just remember, you say. Let me think. Ah, I do believe I remember now. That was not the nine-tailed fox. It was... the amazing nine-tails. Oh, whoops. What? So it wasn't the floating screen? At first this is but a dream, but I thought, nah, whoever most clearly do I recall it was the amazing nine-tails who did open the forbidden chamber's door. Amazing nine-tails? But that was the victim, Adam and QB, right? Yeah, why would he open the forbidden chamber? Wasn't he trying to keep it sealed? Never mind that, this is completely new information. Let me enter in and run an update. This has gotten a lot more interesting.
Got it!
When the amazing Ninetales opened the chamber, banishing the darkness within, you felt joy, but didn't you also feel shock and sadness? Yes, in the hazy depths of my mind, I do recollect something of that nature. I believe it was the fiend's cape of red. But when I did behold it, a great wave of sadness did inexplicably wash over me. We've reduced the noise level. There's still a little left. Like the cape of red, like blood? Mea Temo, why were you sad when you saw the red cape? Why indeed? It's not the folding screen thing. So what am I what is it then? I got that he was in the Forbidden Chamber part down. Because latest recollection contradicts the evidence. Yeah, it's one of those contradictions that slaps you right across the face. Something this obvious could arise when someone is trying to force a fuzzy memory into a definitive shape. Apollo, I know what you have to do. You need to present evidence that contradicts the image you see. So it's basically the same as the usual cross-examination process. Okay, time to review the evidence.
Objection!
You said the amazing Ninetales cape was red. Are you sure about that? I do believe it was a red cape I saw, but... Miyatema, does this cape look red to you? That certainly does not look red, not even scarlet or crimson either. Nevertheless, by my liberation, something red did fill my as yet hazy field of view. I thought to myself, the amazing Ninetales is arrayed in a cape of red. You mistake that red something for his cape, huh? Apparently so, and I'm remembering it now, it brings a great sadness upon me. So red something probably wasn't a cape after all. Maybe that great sadness he mentioned is what's interfering with his memory. Or he would have seen the fox chamber behind the amazing Ninetales. What object could he have seen there that would have been that shocking? I know. Could it have been blood?
Take that!
Something red that could produce a deep sadness. Could it be Mr. Timmer that what you saw was the Alderman's blood? Blood? Why, yes, it was blood. So coming back to me now, it wasn't a red cape that I saw. There's a line beneath the amazing Ninetales. The Alderman's bloody body. So they're both not the Alderman. They're both of them aren't the Ninetales. His noise level was going down to 0. I think he's remembering everything now. Does it mean Amazing Ninetales killed Alderman QB? But the Alderman was the Amazing Ninetales, so how exactly would that work? Hey, I asked you first. Well, Mr. Justice, you sure know how to make a complicated matter even more complicated. True, but at the time of the crime, a client was in the Forbidden Chamber. Moreover,
Silence!
he's gonna be like, you can't believe that. Boy, don't think you could this strange? Though Scamp has already confirmed her father to be in the Fox Chamber, which said not about seeing that Mr. Amazing Ninetales there. Dixie didn't see the bell there either. It's so weird. Who really was in that room then? Will the defense care to share any theories with the court? Can you explain the inconsistency between the defendant's testimony and his daughter's? Yes, of course. I can explain it. Not without more of your bluffs and fairy tales, I trust. Fair warning, Justice Dono. I shall have your head if you fail to explain this. Okay. What if... What if, when she found her father, she didn't find her father, but she found someone with the Amazing Ninetales mask on, and she thought it was her father? Well, Mr. Justice, let's see if you have a head worth keeping on your shoulders. First of all, Mr. LaBelle was definitely in the Fox Chamber when it was locked. You know that Mayor TENMA was in the Forbidden Chamber based on his testimony. The two facts are crucial to my explanation. Let's consider the following question. If the facts point to Florent LaBelle and the victim being there at the scene, why did Jinxie see the victim and her father, Mayor TENMA? A very good question, indeed. I was right! I was fucking right! It is him! I was fucking right! I fucking is right! She knew that her father was the Amazing Ninetales! Her father was the Amazing Ninetales. He is him. That is 100% the truth. And you know why? Because, and you know who would also know this information? Is him. He would 100% know. And because of that fact, right? Because of this fact, he kills him, knocks out him after they're sleeping. He tosses him into the Forbidden Chamber, takes off the mask, or just has the mask anyhow, right? Doesn't even have the mask on to begin with. Puts the mask on, sits down in the chair, waits for Jinxie to show up. Jinxie shows up. She sees the guy who's sitting down in the mask. She's like, well, it's gotta be my dad, because I know that my dad's the Amazing Ninetales. And she said specifically that he's like, having the mask taken off is one of the worst things ever. So that's why she didn't take the mask off when she found her father, you know, so she wouldn't think that it was him. She leaves. LaBelle opens the door to the chamber door, lets out what's his name, Filch, because he doesn't see the guy who let him out. But in that little time, TENMA, who was placed inside the Forbidden Chamber, opens his eyes. It's either some guy wearing his mask, opening the door for him. Wait for it. You think she could have mistaken LaBelle for the mayor? Well, if she did, then the question is, why did she do that? I fucking knew I remembered it right. Hot damn. The figure Miss Timber saw was not her father. It was Florent LaBelle disguised as Damien TENMA.
Silence!
That is a complete impossibility. Their faces are utterly unalike. How could you explain that away with a mere disguise? Yes, they both do look incredibly distinctive faces. And you know how you can figure this out? Is because they specifically, she and Jinxie and LaBelle both said that the victims, the defendant said the exact same thing. And that's who it's supposed to tee you off that how do they both hear the same thing? How they both witnesses at the exact same time? But of course that's the case because one person said it and one person heard it. I think Jinxie would have mentioned it if she couldn't see her father's face. And if that wasn't the kind of disguise, wouldn't she have removed it? Oh, right. Your sword is as dull as your mind, Justice Dono. So I'll show you what a truly sharp blade is capable of. Aha, I think I'll pass. Come on, Apollo, we're about to get there. Are you okay, Apollo? I'm not fine, am I? Well, now that we have a little fairy tale out of the way, your baldness, your verdict, if you will. Mr. Justice, I believe it's time for a verdict if you have no further arguments. Apollo, remember what Mr. Wright always says. When you're stuck in a tight spot, turn the case upside down. Turn the case upside down? He does say that, doesn't he? I don't quite see how it applies here. Oh, it's so good to be ahead of the curve. She couldn't remove it. And that was she didn't tell anyone about the disguise. Maybe it was she couldn't talk about it. The wrestler's mask is more precious than his own life. He never unmasked himself in front of others. But there are matches where wrestlers battle for the right to remove each other's masks. Or counterpoint, it is still possible for Alderman QB to be the Ninetales mask. It's just possible also when that happened is that, before I cover my bases here, LeBeau stole the mask and then put it onto onto Tenma's Jinxie's father, and then Jinxie mistakenly thought that her father was Ninetales, but they wouldn't take off the mask because that's against the rules. So the two options: either Alderman QB is the Nine-tailed fox, Amazing Ninetales, or Damian Tenma is the Mayor Tenma is the Ninetales, Amazing Ninetales. And either way, but the most important thing is that at that time, she thought no matter what that her father was the Amazing Ninetales. But I think it's not the one. I think it's the first one. Yep. There we go. Yep. Apollo. I think you might have made a huge mistake. Your bonus, I see no need to further indulge them in this silly little farce. Defense has no proof. They never did and never will. Then it seems I must announce my verdict.
Objection!
Oh, but I dare say we got shit. Do you now? Move forward a little bit. All right, but this better be good, Mr. Justice. We can solve the remaining riddles by turning all of our assumptions upside down. Why Dixie Tenma mistaken Mr. LeBeau for her father? Why she couldn't remove the costume or tell anyone about it in the first place? These riddles are inextricably linked to Mayor Tenma's secret identity. A shocking secret identity that would turn the entire premise of this case upside down. This piece of evidence clearly reveals Mayor Tenma's secret identity.
Take that!
What an absolute claptrap, poppycock, balderdash. We thought that Alderman was the Amazing Ninetales and the mayor was TENMA TARO. That's why we believe the mayor killed the Alderman is less for Ninetales Vale, and it was the basis of the prosecution's entire case against our client. However, we got the whole thing backwards. Oh, they're playing the good music now. Mayor Tenma wasn't TENMA TARO at all. He was the Amazing Ninetales. What's this? You best explain yourself, Justice Dono. Why you derived such a far-fetched conclusion. Jinxie no doubt knew the true identity of the Amazing Ninetales, but she couldn't tell anyone no matter what. That's why she didn't say it was the Amazing Ninetales she saw passed out. Even though, unbeknownst to her, it really was Florent LeBeau in disguise.
Silence!
The cues in that deceitful dandy are endlessly dissimilar in physical build and voice. The little scamp would have seen the difference.
Objection!
Remember, Mr. LeBeau has his very own brand of cosmetics. Why couldn't he fake a different build too? Anyone speaking through a mask would naturally sound different.
Silence!
Why did she not simply pull the mask
Objection!
off? You can't do that! A masked wrestler's disguise is more precious than life itself. A huge fan of the Ninetales, she would never dare unmask him, even if it's her own father. This case of mistaken identity also explains the riddle of the locked room. And by all means, Justice Dono answer it for us already. First, Mr. LeBeau entered the room where the man and Alderman were talking. As but he brought with him coffee laced with some sort of sedative. Once the Alderman was out cold, That's when Miss LaBelle killed him. Oh wow, that's like we get the stuff we saw at the beginning. Next, he took the mayor, who he also had drugged, into the Forbidden Chamber. Then he returned to the Fox Chamber, slipped into some of the mayor's spare clothes, and completely by disguise by donning the Amazing Nine-Tails mask. With his entire charade in place, Mr. LaBelle then let out a scream. The scream that led Jinxie Tenma to the scene. So then, the person who said, "I killed Alderman QB" was... Yep, that was Florent LaBelle in disguise. The mayor never actually confessed.
Silence!
This is no more than a guesswork and speculation. Now stop your jabbering
Objection!
and... No, you twisted samurai. Oh, snap! This time you stop your jabbing and let me finish making my case. Once Miss Tenma left the scene, Mr. LaBelle, still wearing the mayor's clothes and mask, opened the Forbidden Chamber. So we can drag the mayor back out into the Fox Chamber. So the Amazing Nine-Tails the mayor saw was... Right, it was Miss LaBelle opening the Forbidden Chamber. The second time Mr. LaBelle opened the door to the Forbidden Chamber, he happened to catch the thieving Mr. Filch by surprise. Startled, Mr. Filch in his TENMA TARO in disguise ran as fast as he could away from the room. As he did, he left behind him a trail of feathers and tracks, and gave Miss Tenma the scare of her life in the doorway. With no one left to witness the events that occurred, Mr. LaBelle then proceeded to drag the sleeping mayor back into the Fox Chamber. I see, well, that all certainly does make sense. Then, after dragging the mayor back into the Fox Chamber, Mr. LaBelle threw the mask out the window and fled the room.
Silence!
For this absurd theory to work, it requires that the defendant be the Amazing Nine-Tails. However, he was the one pushing for the municipal merger. That such an individual could possibly be the Amazing Nine-Tails is preposterous. The mayor was blackmailed into pursuing the merger. Miss Tenma's life would have been in danger if that had been openly voiced by his opposition. That's why he created a secret identity as the Amazing Nine-Tails. This is madness. No one could possibly hatch such an insane plot. No one except a killer as insane as his plot. And I'd say Florent LaBelle more than qualifies. Foolish mortal, is that your own peril that you forget who I am? Mayor Tenma, it's okay now. Jinxie will be safe just as soon as Miss LaBelle is arrested. You are the Amazing Nine-Tails, aren't you? It's gonna be Jinxie. Oh, he changed his hair. You have quite the active imagination. Mayor Tenma is not the Amazing Nine-Tails. What do you mean? Well, has the mayor admitted to it yet? But that's just... And even if he did admit to such nonsense, I would reveal the truth behind the TENMA TARO right here and now. What? Why, you would dare reveal the secret? My good friend the Alderman told me all about it. But it wouldn't be so good to expose the truth. What with the superstitions now, would it? So go ahead, say it. Say, I am the Amazing Nine-Tails. I dare you. Oh, can no one not see he's being blackmailed right here?
Objection!
In court? Wait, will someone please explain what's going on here? Mayor Tenma would do anything to keep the truth behind the TENMA TARO a secret. A dark, terrible truth that has been kept secret by the Slytherin superstitions. And if the mayor admits to being the Amazing Nine-Tails, you expose the truth? Right, I won't have him walking free because of some nonsense you made up. So what now, Justice Stone? Oh, Blackwell, come on now. You just saw someone doing blackmail right in front of you. You're not gonna say anything. Fuck you. But the mayor's admission your theory is as useless as you are in battle. Apollo, don't you dare give up now. I know. Your Honor, I believe Mr. LaBelle's statements warrant a thorough cross-examination. After all, the two the Amazing Ninetales is the cornerstone of this case. You do have a point there. Please answer this court, Mr. LaBelle. Is the defendant the amazing Ninetales or not? The amazing Ninetales' true identity is not Mayor Tenma. The mayor would never admit to such utter nonsense. But if he did admit to such nonsense, I will expose the truth behind TENMA TARO right here and now. And that would bring ruin upon Ninetales Vale, just as the superstitions say. Huh. Talk about out of the pot into the fire. At this rate, the mayor will be found guilty for sure. Honestly speaking, if Mayor Damien Tenma is not the amazing Ninetales, I'm afraid I don't see how the defense has much of a case here. God damn it. And let's just leave it at that, shall we? We all know Alderman QB was the amazing Ninetales anyway. I mean, that's how Ninetales Vale made the comeback. The Alderman was so popular. Since we don't have any proof that the mayor was the amazing Ninetales, then we'll just have to get him to admit it himself. If he admits it, LaBelle's going to expose the secret behind TENMA TARO. So how about we expose the secret instead? The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Hold it!
And just how did you learn of this so-called truth behind TENMA TARO? Alderman Kumi told me all about it. The secret of the Forbidden Chamber and the truth behind TENMA TARO. Why would he share secrets like that with you, Miss LaBelle? Because of the Alderman's wife. I was looking after her while she was hospitalized. He appreciated it so much he shared the secrets with me. Wait, did he threaten the Alderman in addition to the mayor? Don't tell me that's how he learned how to open the Forbidden Chamber. Needless to say, I'm not above revealing the truth behind TENMA TARO.
Hold it!
Do not gaze upon TENMA TARO. Do not tell the others if you see him. Isn't that what the village superstitions say? Exactly. Telling others what TENMA TARO looks like would reveal the truth. That's why the superstitions were written down in the first place. And ruin coming from the village if you free him? Is that a warning not to expose the truth? Bingo, and that truth is TENMA TARO's a great, greed-inspiring fortune. That's what the whole battle over Ninetales Vale is about. Only that's the greatest Great Rich Greek's chance in the universe. Ever told me all about it. That's right. Well. It seems like Ace Attorney here has uncovered the truth that must not be revealed. Tragedy is doomed to repeat itself as long as TENMA TARO exists. That's why the secret must be protected. Oh, exists, huh? So what happens if it was already stolen? Mr. LaBelle, please add that statement to your testimony. And this case
Objection!
is done. Mr. LaBelle, what if TENMA TARO no longer existed? Revealing the truth would no longer be an issue, would it? If TENMA TARO no longer existed? What on earth are you talking about? Oh, apparently you haven't heard. TENMA TARO no longer exists. I guess you had to do a thorough search after the key was taken from you. Because when we searched the Forbidden Chamber, there wasn't any treasure there. Really? Well, maybe you weren't looking in the right place. We did, but I have proof that TENMA TARO no longer exists. Take a look at this figure. What do we have here? It looks like some sort of creature. We found this in the Forbidden Chamber. It's an Azuki Kojo figure. The great thief Azuki Kojo used to leave them at the scene of his crimes. Are you suggesting that TENMA TARO has been stolen? Yep. Phineas Footer's grandfather, a master thief, was the culprit. And by that hideous moronic caretaker's grandfather, no less? Just desserts. My beautiful golden TENMA TARO was. The greed inspired by TENMA TARO can no longer bring ruin upon Ninetales Vale. Isn't that right, Mayor Tenma? The root of tragedy would indeed seem to be gone. In fact, I now recall the Alderman revealed the secret to me on the day of our meeting. He must have been speaking of TENMA TARO, for he said to me the gold ingot was gone. The gold ingot? You mean the treasure that the TENMA TARO's true form? Recall, if you will, the scroll in the Forbidden Chamber. TENMA TARO is the yellowish object shown there. A giant gold ingot that my nomadic ancestors bestowed upon Ninetales Vale. In return for that gold, my ancestors did receive from Ninetales Vale land that would become Tenma Town. But drive the villagers mad with greed did that great fortune, I'll say. Bitter was the greed-fueled battle. It was as if they were possessed. My ancestors' gold became a curse upon the village, a curse of ruin. Thus it was that the yokai TENMA TARO came to be. So, TENMA TARO and village superstitions were merely fairy tales to scare people away. Fairy tale or not, TENMA TARO made quite the mess of things. Yes, indeed, for there is no greater monster than a mortal man's lust for gold. True. That's what they say. Capitalism sucks. You know what they say, the love of money is the root of all evil. Yeah, basically what I said. My ancestors did bring a terrible thing here to Ninetales Vale. A thing so terrible that TENMA TARO, a monster just as terrible, had to be created to keep it a secret. Yet we have naught but love for the little village to which we owe our very existence. TENMA TARO would never seek to take over Ninetales Vale in a merger. Oh my, that was quite a shocking lesson in history. Mr. Mayor, now that we know TENMA TARO no longer exists, are you ready to admit your secret? You are the amazing Ninetales, aren't you? No, don't do it. Please, no! Got him. Be gone, you demented demon. Now where was I? The Golden Lord of Yokai, the Maze of Ninetales, is indeed me. Surprise of a century, and that means Jinxie. Yes. The man wearing the mayor's clothes who you saw collapse in the Fox Chamber. Was he wearing the Maze of Ninetales mask? Uh-huh. That's what made me think it was Papa. He said he was going to reveal his secret identity to Alderman QB that day, so it really wasn't Papa I saw there, was it? It was Florent's idea from the start. He advised me to reveal my secret identity to the Alderman. Rube Goldberg seems to have less elaborate setups than the Bell scheme. You may rest easy now, little Jinxie. That monster's deception is through. The true facts behind this case have finally come to light. Mayor Tenma did not kill Alderman QB, but Florent the Bell did. How dare you, peasant!
Silence!
You can talk about the hair and the mask. I know exactly what to present to that. That's the only piece of evidence I haven't used yet, and I know the only way it can be used is this. You should at least have a real blade in your hands if you desire to cross swords with me. Or have you mistaken this battlefield for a training ground? Evidence is like a razor-sharp blade that cuts through bone as though it were butter. But you have one blind guess, a dull blade incapable of cutting even a cake. He has you there, Mr. Justice. After all, evidence is everything in a court of law. You're right. Let's see some evidence. Of course, a perfect being like me wouldn't leave any incriminating evidence behind. This is the final battle. This is a samurai must live and die by the sword. You will live or die by the evidence you hold. My swift blade of judgment awaits. Now present your conclusive evidence, or don't you have any? Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. You do? Of course. It's just the conclusive evidence we need, too. Oh, fuck, let's go! Let's go! Mind palace time, baby! Most damning evidence against the mayor was the crime scene itself. Mayor and the victim were the only two people found in the courtroom. Also, we thought that the alderman was killed because he was an Amazing Ninetales, but as we know now, they were way off. The Amazing Ninetales was real Mayor Damien Tenma. That's when we used his daughter Jinxie saw the Amazing Ninetales collapse the scene to be mistaken for his father. Those are facts we have revealed. However, Mr. LaBelle suggests that he did not leave any evidence at the scene of the crime. He didn't say anything about evidence outside the crime scene. Maybe he isn't as clever as he thinks he is. Does any of the evidence outside the crime scene follow any clues? Gotcha. Oh, I know, the Amazing Ninetales mask is found washed up inside along the river. What sort of clue does that mask hold? Let's go! Am I gonna do this? And what about the hair left in the mask? Who does it belong to? The white hair is LaBelle's. That's right, the white hair is Florent LaBelle's. That's fucking cool. I forgot this was a thing, but I nailed it anyway. Let's go. That's what we call ourselves conclusive evidence. Woo! Well, Mr. Justice, do you have any conclusive evidence to present to this court? Of course I do. Although, observe this mask, if you will. That mask? How is that conclusive evidence? It's not the mask itself, but the white hair inside it. We originally thought it belonged to Alderman Rex QB. Yes, but the Amazing Ninetales, as we know, is Mayor Tenma, so that's correct. So the question is, whose hair could this be? And the answer to that is the last person who would have worn it before it was discarded. And that would be you, Mr. Florent LaBelle. What are you talking about? I never had hideous white hair like that.
Silence.
It would appear your coup de grace failed to hit its mark. This freakish fop is not the white hair type. It's busy being one ludicrously garish color or another.
Objection.
Yeah, about that. No, Prosecutor Blackwell. It's you who has been a fatal error. What? Remember where this mask was found? It was washed up on the side of the river. And what product washes out with water that I said was the stupidest thing ever? This last piece of evidence will solve all the remaining riddles. Take that! That's... What is that? This is Mr. LaBelle's own private brand of hair color. It washes out with just water. The quote will also recall that the Amazing Ninetales mask washed up alongside the side of the village with the white hair inside of it. So, let's put some water on you. Are you saying the preening peacock's hair is... That's exactly what I'm saying. Mr. LaBelle's hair color is a freaky work of fiction. But thanks to the river flowing through Ninetales Vale, we now have a real-life expose. The white hair in this mask is conclusive evidence proving you're the real killer. DNA test is all we need to prove it, and we both know we'll get a match. Admit it. Florent LaBelle, you were the one who killed Alderman Rex QB. And your hair is really white. You... peasant. How dare you? My makeup. Hello, this is LaBelle. What? The project is off? This is LaBelle. The sponsors have pulled out. LaBelle speaking. I'm fired? You mean I'm no longer Mayor Tenma's aide? This is LaBelle. What? There's a stratospheric damages claim against me? What, $100 million? I'm finished, washed up. Like a fork in me, I'm done. This is preposterous. I, Simon Blackwell, defeated? You're goddamn right. Order in the court. The only reason I figured about that thing with the, hold on, look at this part. This is quite the expected outcome. The only reason I remembered that stuff about the hair is because they gave me this information. They gave me this, and I'm like, we haven't used this at all, right? The only thing we compared it to was this thing, right? But then that's it, and I feel like that's like a worthless piece of evidence otherwise. So it's like, what else can this be done with? And it's like, here, okay, let's wash that with water. And then when I was thinking about, oh, he was the Ninetales, right? Tenma, I was like, but that makes no sense because the hair inside wouldn't be white, it would be black. But I was like, what if he disguised it as that, right? I forgot about the fact that his hair was actually white, but I thought he disguised the hair by making it be white hair as a dye, and then, made it look like he was Rex QB by doing so. But it still works out anyway. I must hand it to you, Mr. Justice. You really turned this case on its head, just like the other lawyer, Phoenix Wright. I mean, it's almost as if that guy is like my new mentor or something like that, right? Prosecutor Blackwell, what have you done with Florent LaBelle? The defaced man has withered like a flower without water. One of the officers is currently tending to him with a sprinkler. Allow me to explain the actions of the guilty party in detail. The motive, of course, was to steal the gold ingot known as TENMA TARO. However, few were allowed into the manor due to its cultural ties to Ninetales Vale. LaBelle set in motion plans to gain access to the manor and the gold ingot via the merger. But the efforts of the Maids of Ninetales saw those plans come to a halt. And thus LaBelle murdered the alderman and attempted to pin the blame on Mayor Tenma. I see, but what I still can't comprehend is why he would go after the gold ingot in the first place. Miss LaBelle doesn't look like someone who is in need of financial aid. LaBelle hid his past well, much like he hid his beauty with makeup. He's mired in debt. Debt due to pouring money into a brand only he could love. Which is why he sought the gold with such veracity. He needed a better brand manager, that's what he needed. I see. Very well then. I believe it's time that I declare the verdict. This court finds the defendant, Damien Tenma, not guilty. Court is adjourned. That was some seriously good lowering, Apollo. Even I didn't see that coming. Just got lucky, I guess. You banished TENMA TARO from Ninetales Vale like you were some kind of exorcist. There's still one thing I don't understand. How come Miss LaBelle didn't kill Mayor Tenma too? You could have set it up so the mayor murdered the alderman and died from a counterattack. That would have removed at least one possible fly from the ointment. I was wondering about that too, but I have a hunch LaBelle was biding his time. He was planning on exposing the amazing Ninetales' true identity himself. Huh? But why? Because the mayor was the amazing Ninetales. Had LaBelle succeeded in framing Mayor Tenma for the alderman's murder, the rest of his popularity would have plummeted once his identity was revealed. Oh, I get it. If the Amazing Ninetales was just killed, he died a hero, but if he was proved a villain, his fans would abandon him, making the merger that much easier. Right. Then when the merger was complete and everything cooled down, he'd be able to search the Forbidden Chamber at his leisure. That sounds like a Scooby-Doo villain thing to do. Of like basically going in and like ruining a small town with stuff and pretend to be a villain, or being a villain, just so you get access to like some gold, you know, to pay off a debt. That's some Scooby-Doo shit right there. What an insanely intricate plot. I would have gotten away with it too, wasn't for you meddling kids. A most excellent job clearing my name. A feat worthy of the Demon Lord's approval. Why are you acting like TENMA TARO again? Let this be of no concern to you. TENMA TARO, be gone! Jinxie, seems like ages since I've laid eyes on you. Papa, you're finally back. Yes, it would seem TENMA TARO is no match for you. I'm not scared of that silly yokai anymore. Your father's a free man now, Jinxie. Isn't that great? Thank you for all you've done. Seeing you guys in action, it made me feel like I don't have to be afraid anymore. Is this girl actually smiling? What the fuck? This is all thanks to you two. Too bad the Amazing Ninetales will have to retire though. Aw, how come? Once everyone hears of the Amazing Ninetales, my fan base will no-dive. After all, I'm not the most popular of people, another reason for my secret identity. I don't see how it could possibly continue. I think you've misjudged yourself. Take a look outside. Say, now that you mention it, what's all that noise out there? A big crowd gathered outside the courthouse once the news broke. Seems they want to get a glimpse of Mayor Damien Tenma, the man behind the mask, and to root for your return to the wrestling ring. Rooting? For me? I thought I was nothing more than a malefactor in their eyes. The only one who really matters is Jinxie. Show her how cool you really are. Yeah, you're the coolest when you're out there fighting in the ring, Papa. Jinxie, here. I think you'll be needing this.
Take that!
Thank you. Now, if you could excuse me. I don't want to keep my fans waiting. What?
Ninetales Vale forever!
Let's go! I sure hope they can settle the problems between Tenma Town and Ninetales Vale. Me too. I'm sure they'll be fine. After all, the blackmailer slash killer is behind bars and the merger's no longer an issue. Plus, the Amazing Ninetales is obviously still a hit. I suspect Ninetales Vale will be too. And it's all because we believed in our client. Just like you said. Okay, people. Now that we got one in the bag, let's go get something to eat. I'm starving. Sounds good. I've been so nervous I haven't eaten since yesterday. I still got food in front of myself. I still got food in front of myself as well. I need to eat. But I keep eating, Apollo. They might have to start looking up at me. I'm definitely past my growth phase, and you should be about past yours too. Are you kidding me? I'm just getting started. Ready or not, it's face stuffing time. Keep eating like that, and the only direction you'll grow is sideways. Damn! Very funny. I've got a hollow leg. I can eat as much as I want without gaining an ounce. Really? Wow, I can't wait to see this. Calories, huh? Just let them try to stick on me. Alright, already you two. Let's get going before the old man closes shop. Eldu's Noodles isn't an all-night stand, you know. Hey, Eldu's Noodles from the Apollo Justice game. I'm with Mr. Wright. Let's go. I've been waiting to have a bowl from there ever since Mr. Wright told me about him. Well, what are we waiting for? The noodles are on me today, so expect some serious eating from you too. I thought we were supposed to get them for free from saving Mr. Eldoon and getting his cart back. I guess not. Thanks, boss. I won't let you down. Yeah, they're so salty. And thus, we all ate Elden's noodles and died. That was our first case together. And it felt like nothing could bring us down after that. The dark age of the lost seemed so distant, so irrelevant to our small, cozy office. But little did I know that it had been lurking all along, right there behind us. The first time it made itself known was during the murder at Themis Legal Academy. Yeah, we'll do this in. I'm gonna do this in like game order, not in chronological order. The kiss would mark the twilight before the dark, cold night. What was it before that? I could do the DLC case after this, because once we've done between 2 and 4, if you want to do it, that makes sense. But like, I don't care enough for that. Okay, we're gonna stop here because I know I hit start. It's gonna start the next one. And I want to start that yet. So we're gonna find someone to raid and call it a stream for today. I'm gonna use. So that was fun. It actually took. I thought I was gonna go all the way till 9 o'clock to beat that, but I was cooking through that. Holy shit! I'm also trying to like speed through these because I have like, I don't know why, but there's something in my gut telling me that they're gonna announce a new Ace Attorney game this year, and like I don't wanna like, and I'm probably gonna go through this and then Spirit of Justice, and what I'm gonna totally see it'll be like, oh, it's gonna be out in like 3 months, and I'm gonna be like, oh shit. So I want to be able to play that exactly when it comes out on stream. Because we're overdue for a new Ace Attorney game. We're way overdue for a new Ace Attorney game. So I want to make sure that I can be able to play it when it comes out. But because of that, the 6th game I haven't played yet, so it's gonna be slower, and I'm only gonna do like one of those a week to take my time with that. So I'm trying to speed through dual Destinies, which luckily, because I played before, it's easier than said than done. Well, that's the opposite of what I mean. It's easier done than said. Yeah, sounds about right. Let's go say hi to. Okay, yeah, we are going to say hi to Freya. Message 110. Wait. Oh god. Okay. There we go. I'll read messages for that and everything. Perfect. Okay. So, tomorrow we have more Ace Attorney. We'll start case 3, which is technically, chronologically, it's case 3, actually. Isn't it actually case 3? Because it's case 2, chronologically. That's right. But it's case 3. And then on Wednesday, we'll be doing some Monster Hunter World. We'll do more of that before Wilds comes out, and then I get Wilds and realize that Wilds can't run on my PC or some shit like that. We'll see. Then Thursday is some more Throwback Thursday with some more Max Payne 2, hopefully with less risky shit happening in it. I'm surprised I'm okay. Switch was okay with what I had in that Max Payne stream, because oh boy, I thought I got banned for some stuff in there. I didn't, so we're good there. And then on Saturday is a wildcard stream. Maybe some Civ, maybe some Final Fantasy 14, because I want to get back to that. But until then, I'll see you all around, and thank you for watching. Bye.